What is up? We are live and direct. Live and direct. Straight from, yes, sir. Straight from the dungeon. Straight from the sewer. Straight from the sewer. Salute to everybody out there, man. That's watching, man. Wherever you're watching from, straight from the sewer, wherever you. Yeah. Salute, man. What's going on, Southern Star? Hank Seymour Butts. 6'6" Kinski, man. Trump permanently banning. Shout out, random Negro. Yeah, man, we in the building, man.
Course. And first off, I just want to go back to basics here. What is meant by all of this, and really how realistic is it?
Well, what's meant by all of this is that it's very difficult to properly vet people from a lot of countries before they come to the United States. The visa application process or humanitarian relief under refugee status, you need to know who is actually coming into the country.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Knowing exactly who's coming into your country. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah. Yeah, Muslims, man. This is great, man. I've always thought that, what do we need more Muslims for, man? Don't they already have Muslim countries, man? See, Muslims don't come to your country and start eating pork. Muslims don't come to your country, start eating pork and worshiping Jesus. They come to your country and pull it into the Stone Age. They pull your country into the Stone Age. Yeah, that was funny. I love that Trump did that, man. I love that Trump did that, man. Yeah, I'm all for banning people who don't like America. I'm all for that. Yeah, get rid of them. Get rid of these people, man. Get rid of these people, man. I'm all for it. Muslims hate America but want to move it. Yes, they do. They despise America. They don't just hate America, they despise America. And the thing about Muslims, they're going to hate you for being American, and then they're going to hate you for allegedly helping the Jews. So there's nothing you can do if you're, you know what I mean? There's nothing you can do as an American, man, to please them. You know what I mean? And Americans just and liberals, you know. Liberals just want to do anything that they think will piss off the majority of white people. So they don't even have a policy. They just like, all right, what's going to make like MAGA mad? What's going to make MAGA mad? You know what I mean? Or what's going to please the far nether regions of the liberal base? why do all predominantly Muslim countries go to crap and they blame us? Because first of all, you got to look at the IQ map. You got to look at the IQ map when it comes to Muslims, man. You got to look at the IQ map. Okay? Okay? Let you know what? So what's going on? Yeah, all's well, man. All is well. Let's see this, man.
There he is, right there. That guy right there, man, spanking new Lexus SUV. How is that possible? Integrate into the same neighborhood that I worked my entire life to get into. I don't understand it. Man, spanking new Lexus SUV. How is that possible? Integrate into the same neighborhood that I worked my entire life to get into. I don't understand it. Oh yeah, here's this guy right here in his brand new Lexus. There he is, right there. That guy right there, that's a Haitian guy. Yeah, that's an immigrant.
Someone please explain to me, like I'm 5 years old, how it's the immigrants' fault that you wasted a 400-year head start.
So these people represent all white people, I guess, right? I guess that's what the blacks are saying, that whoever these rednecks are represent the white America, okay? And the Haitian in the Lexus truck represents all Haitians. So look, we got
Lexus SUV.
We got a white, probably working class, rural American, MAGA guy, whatever. And he's talking about some Haitian in a Lexus truck. He's jealous of him.
Man, spanking new Lexus SUV. How is that possible? Integrate into the same neighborhood that I worked my entire life to get into. I don't understand it. Oh yeah, here's this guy right here in his brand new Lexus. There he is, right there. That guy right there, that's a Haitian guy. Yeah, that's an immigrant.
Someone please explain to me, like I'm 5 years old, how it's the immigrants' fault that you wasted a 400-year head start. Racism requires jealousy and envy to sustain it. And yet in the next breath, these are the same people that will regale you with tales about how their peepaw worked 5 jobs to support his family. Maybe you should try working harder, being better, doing better. Maybe instead of blaming the brown man for your failure to succeed in life, you should try pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. There's currently thousands of farming positions available right now. Get out there and pick something. Quite literally, get out there and pick something. And for fuck's sake, stop playing the victim. Ooh, child. Okay. Good tea. Good tea.
All right. Damn, the comments always. See, since they can't ban people, under Jack Dorsey, the last guy who owned Twitter, these type of comments would get your account suspended. He says, so dumb, she doesn't know how dumb she sounds. Man, I think, yeah, she probably doesn't know. She probably doesn't know how dumb she sounds. Yeah, she's probably the smartest person in the room. And in many cases, that woman is probably the smartest person in the room. And even if she's not, if she's around white liberals, they'll make her feel like she's the smartest person in the room. If she's around white liberals, they'll make her feel like she's the smartest person in the room. Yeah, she pretty dumb, man. He said the fatigue. Yeah, listen. Look at how much the average black person costs the nation. Hispanics ain't too much. See, I don't mind blacks. These people right here, they come into the country illegally. A lot of them, and cost the country that type of money. This is our reparations, man. This is our reparations right here. This right here is our reparations. So y'all just giving us our reparations. Why do Hispanics get to cost $580,000 to the country? Why is that? Why do hombredos, man, get to cost that much to the country? Huh? Why? I want to know why. This is unacceptable. We good. Blacks, we good. That's our reparations. Remember, this is you without Whitey. Yeah, that is definitely us without Whitey. I hate to say it. I really hate to say it, man. I really hate to say it, man, but I've done enough videos. That is us without Whitey. Without Whitey. Without Whitey. Yeah, that's us. That's us without Whitey, man. Yeah, man. I mean, it sucks, man. It sucks, but it's true, man. Listen, I don't want it to be that way. Listen, I don't want to. Listen, that is us without Whitey, though. That is us without Whitey. White envy. When black or other non-white people who live in predominantly white culture feel envious of the society because their ancestors lack the skills, knowledge, or possession of others in the dominant culture, often resulting in resentment and demands for reparations instead of accepting personal responsibility for their own situation and working to improve their lives through hard work, discipline, and other ethical means of achieving success and happiness. Yeah, I mean, I told you it's jealousy. I've been telling you it's jealousy. Of course, it's got all the telltale signs of jealousy. If blacks created anything blacks create that's decent, blacks gatekeep hip hop. We black gatekeep hip hop. So of course, white people gonna gatekeep their things. We gatekeep hip hop. We gatekeep hip hop. Okay, we like, man, Eminem ain't really a real rapper. Eminem is just a guest. Fat Joe is just a guest. Who you ever heard? Have you ever heard somebody say that Eminem and Fat Joe are guests in the house of hip hop? Hip hop, just like a music genre. Just a music genre. We gatekeeping a music genre. Not a country, not nothing, just a music genre. A music genre. We like Eminem can't take part of our music genre. He's just a guest. Eminem is a guest in our music genre. There you go. Fat Joe is a guest. But if we came up with something cool, like, think about it, like just music theory. What about music theory? What about sheet music? What about sheet music? What about music? What about the instruments, the guitar, the electric guitar? What about all that stuff? What about not only the guitar, the electric guitar? What about what about the keyboard? The keyboard that can make the sounds of every instrument. Yo, what's up? Huh? Huh? Yeah. What's up? Yeah. Think about it, man. Yeah, no, I muted on purpose. I muted on purpose. Um, yeah, I was talking to somebody. But yeah, think about this, yo. Think about this. We gatekeep hip hop, right? And hip hop is just basically taking old records and rapping over them, right? Press one. Hip hop is basically taking old records and rapping over them, right? Press one. Taking old records and then rapping on them, top of them. We gatekeep that. Imagine if we invented like air conditioning or the car, the automobile, or planes, or electricity, or indoor plumbing. Do you think we would not gatekeep that? Who here thinks that we would not gatekeep that? Anybody? Press one if you think if we invented that written language, that we would not gatekeep that. We would not be like, nah, y'all can't use that. Now, if we catch y'all writing symbols, if we catch y'all writing symbols and writing words, that's our stuff. You culturally appropriating. That's us, man. If we would stop you from doing that. We wouldn't let you do video games. This right here. You wouldn't be able to do this. So it's great that we didn't invent it and gliders invented it. If gliders, thank God gliders invented it. because everybody gets to use it. We wouldn't listen. I'm telling you right now. We would not let you use that stuff. Okay? And take the $5 challenge. Support the channel. We need some people to support the channel. Take the challenge. Support today's program. Support today's program. Take the challenge. Take the challenge. Yeah. There's no way. These are lip plates. Yeah. Yeah. I think people are cool not being able to use those. I think people are cool that glad they don't get to use those. I think they're okay not being able to use those. Yeah. Hit the damn like button. Hit the damn like button. He said it's hot as well, you can't create air conditioning if you're living outside. Shout out to Gouch Malone, man. Gouch Malone getting the show started off nice, man. Salute to Gouch Malone, man. We need some people to support the channel, man. Take the challenge, man. Take the pledge, man. Take the pledge, man. This is he says, challenge accepted. Singer Ray J arrested for making criminal stats. So holidays are here. Yeah, on camera. On camera, man. Shout out to Gene B, man. Gene B is in the building. Gene B is in the building, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you guys, man. Support. Listen. This is worthy of being enviable, though. Like the guy said, why didn't Africans come up with air conditioning since it's so hot out there, right? Well, they didn't come up with air conditioning because in order to have air conditioning, you have to have a structure that can contain the cool air, right? Is there a structure that can contain the cool air? Is there a structure that can contain the cool air? In order for that to be the case, you would need a structure that can contain the air that you have created that is cool. He said, mud is hard enough. Oh, man. Not quite. Not quite, my man. Not quite. And every little invention before that, right? So we're not just talking about the invention of the air conditioner, right? We're talking about every little invention that you got before that you used to make the air conditioner, right? It's every little invention before. It's the hundreds of inventions that came before. He said, sons, keep mac and cheese like they own it, and it's literally Italian English. Yeah, exactly. Noodles. Mac and cheese is noodles and cheese. Noodles and cheese. Who do you think came up with noodles and cheese? Huh? Who do you think came up with noodles and cheese? Who are the masters of making cheese? Who's synonymous with cheese and noodles? Who's synonymous with cheese and noodles? The French. I can tell you one thing: it ain't Africa. Cheese ain't synonymous with Africa historically. Now they might make it down there now, but historically, no. Historically, cheese wasn't synonymous with Africa. We weren't the cheese makers, man. We wasn't the cheese makers. Southern Star says, I tagged you on X about a bridge they just built in Africa. Let me see that, man. I listen. Oh man. Oh man. Oh my God, man. Let me see a few more of these replies to this. It says, speaking of pulling up by your bootstraps. Let me see something. I don't understand that. Yeah, this one right here. Yikes. And we all know that's true from watching this show. Everyone here knows that this is true from watching this show. That's the crazy thing about it. That's the crazy thing about it. Like, there's some people that could probably say, that's not true, right? But we know that this is true from watching this show. We know that. Like, nah, no way. There's no way this could be true. This is propaganda. Us, though, we know. He said those numbers are from almost 7-8 years ago. They're probably double that. Yeah. We know. Man. Wow. I want to show you this right quick. Let me show you this right quick. This is insane.
New tonight, CMPD has released body camera video that shows an interaction with the man who would months later be accused of killing a woman on the light rail.
I think I spoke with you before about this. You think you got somebody inside controlling you, right?
And in this video, you see first officers responding to DeCarlos Brown outside of a hospital and talking to him for about 25 minutes as they say he appeared to be going through a mental health challenge. Brown appears to walk away agitated. Police say at that point he called 911 again. More officers then arrived and eventually arrested Brown for misusing 911. Brown faced a magistrate in court and was allowed to be released from jail by promising to appear at his next court appearance. Well, 7 months after that, he was then accused of killing this woman, Irina Zarutska, on Charlotte's light rail. State leaders then passed a law that will now no longer allow suspects to be able to get out of jail without bond. That law takes into effect on Monday, but as Channel 9's Joe Bruno learned today, local leaders are concerned. Joe, they think this could lead to some different problems.
Well, Mecklenburg County officials are preparing for more people to be held inside the jail for longer periods of time. They are worried, though, that this is an unfunded mandate. State lawmakers passed sweeping criminal justice changes after Irina Zarutska was stabbed to death on the light rail in August.
It's scary for me to read sometimes. I'm like, how did they get out? And so I believe they had good intentions.
The lawmakers cracked down on repeat offenders and got rid of written promises to appear, which is what Zarutska's murder suspect, DeCarlos Brown, was released on months before the murder. The law goes into effect Monday, and county commissioners are expecting a big impact.
I'm almost speechless about the impacts to across the board here.
I see a backlog happening as a result of these arrests not being able to move people out of the system.
Chief Judge Roy Wiggins says his judges and magistrates have been trained on the new law, and he believes they are ready. First appearances will likely get longer. Judicial officials also will have to consider a suspect's criminal history when granting pretrial release and will have to enter a written finding.
He said judges will now have to consider a criminal's previous record when granting release. How was that something new? How was that not already something that was done? He said the only thing sons ever invented is Wi-Fi. God, dog. How is that something new though? They said judges will now have to consider a criminal's previous record before, unless they took it out, because I know that was the case back in the day. That must have been something they took away from the judges. And then now in Charlotte, they're bringing it back. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane.
Judicial official
Impacts to across the board here.
I see a backlog happening as a result of these arrests not being able to move people out of the system.
Chief Judge Roy Wiggins says his judges and magistrates have been trained on the new law, and he believes they are ready. First appearances will likely get longer. Judicial officials also will have to consider a suspect's criminal history when granting pretrial release and will have to enter a written finding of fact if they do so. Sheriff Gary McFadden expects more people will be held in jail and for a longer period of time. He's worried.
More people will be held in jail for a longer period of time. More people or more criminals? More criminals will be held in jail for a longer period of time. Not people, criminals. Not white people, not black people, criminals. Shout out to Jimmy Fields. He says, I think some men a gatekeeping crime person. Jesus Christ. Shout out to Jimmy Fields, man. Make sure you check out his channel, man. Check out Jimmy Fields' channel, man. Hit that like button. Take the $5 challenge. We're trying to get 20 people to sponsor this show. We got 6 so far. We're trying to get 20 people to sponsor the show. Yeah. This is insane. I can't believe this is something new. The fact that this is something new is absolutely positively insane. The fact that it took this girl's death to create that thing, to create that. Just the fact that you're a judge, right? And somebody comes in your courtroom and you can't consider their past history. Like, you can't be like, damn, dude, you've assaulted 20 people in the past. And you broken into 20 homes, and it's wow. And then this that you're here for today. Whew. Man. You know what I'm saying? The judge got to be like, I got to act like it's just this that you're here for. Like, it seems crazy. I know it wasn't like that back in my day. I know it wasn't like that back in the day, back in the 90s and the 2000s. Judge considered everything you did in the past. Judge would tell you, I don't want to see you back here again. Judge would tell you, if he thought you was a good kid, the judge would tell you, don't let me see you back here again. That's crazy.
Monday, and county commissioners are expecting a big impact.
I'm almost speechless about the impacts to across the board here.
I see a
Well, she's speechless. She's speechless about the impacts across the board. Yeah, the impact is gonna be safer streets. The street gonna be safer. Cause newsflash, man, it's the same dudes doing all this crime, man. It's not the whole community. It's not a community-wide thing. It's certain dudes. Like, I think they call themselves real niggas. It's street dudes. Anybody call himself a real nigga is, it's not goddamn everybody doing the shit. Okay? And she's talking about, she's speechless about how this is going to impact. How's it going to impact who? The niggas that's doing it. Acting like everybody just carjacking people. Like I just came from doing a carjacking before I did this show. Like, how was your day? I just did a couple of carjackings. Now I'm gonna do my live stream. Like, come on, man. Everybody's not doing that shit. Press 1. How was your day? Just a couple home invasions, small touch, slight shit. Just a couple home invasions, ain't nothing. Like, no, everybody's not doing that shit. And this woman's like, I'm speechless as how this is gonna affect across the board. Who's it gonna affect across the board? Are you trying to tell us something, lady? Are you involved in something that you need to tell us about? Shout out to PC P. Cake Bakerman. P. Cake Bakerman. He says, best channel on YouTube. I find it crazy sons are all in public sector, even prison, private sector, nowhere significant.
About the impacts to across the board here.
I see a backlog happening as a result of these arrests, not being able to move people out of the system.
Chief Judge Roy Wiggins says his judges and magistrates have been trained on the new law, and he believes they are ready. First appearances will likely get longer. Judicial officials also will have to consider a suspect's criminal history when granting pretrial release, and will have to enter a written finding of fact if they do so. Sheriff Gary McFadden expects more people will be held in jail and for
that right there, that written, they have to write a written finding of fact if they release the guy, if they release the criminal before, without, if they release him just on his own recognizant without.
Judge Roy Wiggins says his judges and magistrates have been trained on the new law, and he believes they are ready. First appearances will likely get longer. Judicial officials also will have to consider a suspect's criminal history when granting pretrial release.
Yeah, if they don't consider his criminal history, they have to do a written finding of fact. So they have to say, they have to write something and turn it in like, hey, I didn't consider his criminal history because XYZ. And that's what everybody asking for, accountability. Like if you get beat up or mugged by somebody who's been arrested 50 times, people want to know, like, why was the person on the street? Now this makes the judge say, hey, then now you can go back and look to see the judge, they had to put in their written finding, like, yeah, I felt like, 50 arrests weren't that bad. I feel like, you're not a real criminal till you get to 70 arrests. And, and now you can look at it and you can say, okay, that's what the judge was thinking when he let this person out again. And that way you can at least have something to hold the judge accountable. This is crazy. This is insane, man. This is new. The fact that this is new is insane. It's insane that this is something new. That's crazy. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Officials also will have to consider a suspect's criminal history when granting pretrial release, and will have to enter a written finding of fact if they do so. Sheriff Gary McFadden expects more people will be held in jail and for a longer period of time. He's worried about staffing.
Each dorm or pod room has to have a body. So when we talk about capacity, we could deal with it, but we have to have the staff to manage it.
So now this guy's worried about there's not going to be enough staff at the jail. So this one law has created all these ripple effects. just by saying, hey, man, the judge got to consider the criminal's criminal record before they release him. That has the people at the jail worried that they ain't got enough staff now. Think about that. Just think about that. The people at the jail are like, hey, wait a second. We need more guards now. Like, because if you do that, if you consider these guys criminal records, we're going to need more guards because more people are going to be in the jail now. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. Yo, God, dog. Jesus Christ. Holy moly. That is absolutely insane. How this works, man. And now you got to feed them. Now you got to Now the people, now you gotta feed all these extra people that's gonna be in jail. So now you need more money to feed them. God damn. That is absolutely, positively bananas. Said give them pork and beans. Hey man, that'll deter people though. I don't think you should get gourmet food in prison. The hell, steak. Nah, man. Meatloaf. Wow. That is absolutely crazy. The ripple effects of this one pet bill.
If you are charged with a violent crime or you are convicted of at least 3 crimes in the past 10 years, you will no longer be able to get an unsecured bond. And this is not.
Wow. Charlotte is not playing. Charlotte is, I guess, hey, listen. Charlotte is not playing. Charlotte is going, I wonder, is this the city council? They okayed this? You know what? That high profile murder with that girl on the train. That's probably what this is about. The girl on the train, you remember her. You remember her. Jesus Christ. God, dog. And about 1,000 other shootings that happened in the city. But, jeez. This is something that, listen. If this go nationwide, every HVAC and CDL program gonna be filled to capacity. Every pipe fitting program, get your pipe fitting license, get your HVAC license, will be filled to capacity. Okay? Get your CDL in 6 weeks. You ain't gonna be able to find a spot. If this go nationwide, every barber school will be. You ain't gonna be able. You have to go to another state to find a slot in the barber school. If this go nationwide, if you got 3 violent crimes in the last 10 years, you can't get a bond. In the last 10 years, the judge can't give you a bond. Yo, I'm telling you, man. If that's the case, man, woo.
If you are charged with a violent crime or you are convicted of at least 3 crimes in the past 10 years, you will no longer be able to get an unsecured bond. And this is not just a Mecklenburg County issue. Counties across the state are preparing for Arena's law to go into effect. Alamance County is seen as one of ICE's.
No, this is called Arena's law. Okay, this is Arena's law. Yeah, this is her. Yeah, this is her law. Arena's law. Yeah. Damn. Everybody got them Ukrainian flags. There you go. Thank you, Ukraine. I guess this is worth all the money we sent to the Ukraine. I'm telling you, I know these dudes, man. I know these dudes personally. Some of them, good guys, and they just took the wrong path. A lot of them are bad guys, man. Bad guys, bro. A lot of them are bad guys, man. And, if they was good guys, their record wouldn't look like that. How you a good guy and you got like 8 carjackings and 2 home invasions and 6 assault and batteries? How you a good guy and you got that? Attempted murders, multiple attempted murders. Did 8 years in jail, came home, did 2 years, and now you back. And listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth though. Like, they are good guys. If you not the one that's the target, like they not like, them dudes kiss their mother every time they see them. You know what I mean? Them dudes love their mother, love their kids. You know what I'm saying? They the life of the party at the family reunion. But if you the target, they not good guys, man. Take the $5 challenge. Support the channel, man. Sponsor today's show, man. Shout out to my man, Big Pete. Big Pete is in the building. He says, being from Cali, but working in Michigan, a sister co-worker told me I like Governor Newsom. And I said, why? And she said, I like his Twitter game, his get backs. Yeah, Gavin Newsom, man. Jesus Christ, man. She like his Twitter game. That's one state you don't have to worry about this going to. This ain't going to California. Even if this go to every other state, California would fight something like this. They wouldn't allow this. They wouldn't allow, like, look, hey, if you got 3 violent crimes in the last 10 years, you ain't getting no bond. California they will fight that. Even though it's like, God damn, that makes sense, man. Because you can get one on accident, right? You know what I'm saying? You could get a domestic incident, or you could, get into something with somebody on the street and just have a violent criminal activity. You can get one. You know what I mean? Anybody, nobody's perfect. You have a bad day. You could be at I was at the drive-through the other day, and I was, they got kind of like smart with me, and I was like, oh, I'm at the grocery store before, and asked the lady for help, and she was like, she wasn't very helpful, and I felt myself getting enraged. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So everybody can have a bad something. I think it's perfectly reasonable for if you have 3 violent criminal offenses in the last 10 years and you catch another one, that you can't get a bond. You can't just bond out. You got to sit until your trial. That's reasonable, man. It is more than reasonable. The fact that that's new and it's only happening in Charlotte is absolutely insane. Now, wonder the streets is so violent, man. Now you can see. You can see why. You can see why it was so much crime since 2020. You can see that now. I mean, and that's just one thing that changed in 2020. That's just one thing that changed in 2020. That's one thing right there. That the cashless bail. That's one thing that changed. Just think about it though. Like, think about that, man. You talk about reasonable. That ain't even bringing the hammer down. Press 1. This isn't even bringing the hammer down. This is like your mom telling you, like, if at your next report card, if I don't like your next report card, no after school activities for 2 weeks. Like, that's more than reasonable. Like, you could be like, all right, cool. I thought you was gonna say now, no activities now. You saying after my next report card? Cool. Like, this is so reasonable that the fact that people are gonna complain about this on behalf of the criminals is absolutely crazy, because you know it's gonna come. That's not fair. That's racist. And there's the people who saying it's racist. You're racist. How you know who this gonna affect? How do you know who this gonna affect? You automatically calling it racist. How you know? It could affect Samoans. It could affect Asians. How you know it's gonna affect black folk? That's racist. Only 3 criminal offenses in the last 10 years. That's racist. Like, are you serious? Because you know people gonna come out and be mad about this. You know it. It's coming. 3, 2, 1. It's coming. It's coming. They're gonna be upset. But I think this is so reasonable, and the fact that it wasn't like this before is crazy. But this is this ain't the hammer. This ain't bringing the hammer down, man. This is not bringing the hammer down at all. Bringing the hammer down would be like, yo, 1 criminal offense, no bail. They're giving you 3 in 10 years. You get 3 in 10 years. So 10 years would be 2015. So if you think about if you carjack one person in 2018 and like beat the crap out of one of your girlfriends in 2021, you still got 1 more before you ineligible for a bond. That's reasonable, man. Come on, man. They not bringing it. This ain't bringing the hammer down. They're gonna try to act like this is Trump and they're changing the laws and they're cracking down. This is not cracking down at all. This is like, damn, it wasn't already like that. Yeah, you got 1 more. You gotta use it wisely. if you were to drive through and the girl gets smart with you, you gotta be like, you lucky you only got 1 more. I'll come back and shoot this McDonald's up. You gotta use that one wisely, man. You gotta use your 1 more. But think about it. Even after that, you still got 1 more. Because you have to, because when you come for the 4th, they won't give you bond if you got 3 more in the previous 10 years. So you kind of got 2 more. You got 2 more. You got 2 more. Golly, man. Now I see why everybody want to come to America, man. Now I see, man.
If you are charged with a violent crime or you are convicted of at least 3 crimes in the past 10 years, you will no longer be able to get an unsecured bond. And this is not just a Mecklenburg County issue. Counties across the state are preparing for Arena's law to go into effect. Alamance County is seen as one of ICE's top allies in the state. They recently had to end their contract with ICE to house inmates there because they need that space now to the expected increase.
They had to end their contract with ICE because they can't, because of this law, there are going to be so many new people in jail that they're not going to be able to house the illegal immigrants that get arrested by ICE. Think about if this happened on a national level. This is just one city. They have to restaff the jail. They have to get more staff in the jails, and they have to end their contract with ICE. Sorry, ICE, we can't house these people. We need this for the new people that's going to come in once this law takes effect. All the people walking the streets with 3 violent crimes in the last 10 years, instead of getting caught for the 4th one and getting right back out the next day, they're going to be down here. So we can't house any illegal immigrants anymore. Wow. Wow. That is absolutely insane. Shout out to GJ9933. Yo, that's crazy.
Of offenders due to Arena's law. Reporting live outside the government center, Joe Bruno, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Joe. Now, there are no Republicans currently serving on the Mecklenburg County Commission, but they say Arena's law passed with bipartisan support and
no Republicans on the Mecklenburg County commissions. No Republicans. So this is all Democrats that passed this law. There's no Republicans on the county commission, not one. All Democrats on the county commission, and they passed this law. That is, I gotta admit, I'm shocked by that. I'm shocked by that. I mean, I knew Charlotte was a Democrat-leaning city, but I didn't know they didn't have one Republican on their county commission. But they passed this, though. Think about it, right? What kind of pressure did they have on them from the people? The people was like, yo, that's pressure from the people, your constituents, because you can't, because think about it, right? Think about it right like that. Democrats, they're not, this ain't their type of thing, because this is going to send a lot of people to jail that deserve to be in jail, but it's still going to send a lot of people to jail. And their thing is emptying the jails, lowering the jail population. There's too many people in jail. America incarcerates more people than any country in the world. Well, we got 350,000 people. We got 400,000 people. England got what, 50 million people. France got what, 30 million people? Of course, we got 400 million people. I bet we don't incarcerate more than China. I bet we don't, but China ain't gonna give you their numbers. You ain't gonna get no real numbers from China. But think about this, man. Shout out to Roger Wood. He says Arena's law is statewide. Oh, wow, it's statewide? Holy moly. Fayetteville, or nah, as my cousin said, he said they call it Vietnam. Vietnam, Durham, Raleigh, Greensboro, Charlotte, all of them, all those cities where they got the real niggas, as you would say. Oh man, Jesus Christ. That's where my family from, man. But they not into my family down there. They not into all that. They ain't got nothing to worry about. They not running around shooting at people in the broad daylight. But yeah, that's wow. Yeah, statewide. Oh my God. You talking about, listen, if you need to get into a barber school or a CDL program, you better do it now, because there ain't gonna be no slots open. Ain't gonna be no slots open next week down in North Carolina, man. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you right now, man. I'm telling you right now. Yo, damn.
Governor Stein signed it into law. Representative and Republican Tricia Cotham at the state, she was one of the bill's chief architects. She says that this will eliminate catch and release practices for violent offenders.
Oh, it most definitely will. You ain't lying about that.
Sheriff's deputies have made an arrest after a woman was stabbed multiple times.
The fight broke out at a restaurant in Northwest Miami-Dade. Local 10's Bridget Matter has more details on what started the argument.
An argument over money led to a vicious attack inside of a Northwest Miami-Dade restaurant. Investigators say a woman was stabbed multiple times with a pair of scissors.
Holy moly. This is a restaurant? This don't even look like a den. This look like a corner store. An argument over money. Let me see this.
Multiple times with a pair of scissors.
Holy.
Frightened restaurant goers watched on as a woman was stabbed multiple times during an argument.
Holy crap. She stabbed her up, yo. Wow. Ain't nobody gonna step into between. Well, I guess ain't nobody wanna. I don't know, man. She got up out of there. At least she got up out of there once she felt them stabs. Who you think started this, man? Who you think started this commotion, man? Who you think started it? Who you think started this commotion? You said Florida, she won't get a bond? The stabber? The woman with the purse? I don't know, man.
Times with a pair of scissors.
Frightened restaurant goers watched on as a woman was stabbed multiple times during an argument. Bernardo Ruiz, the manager.
Look at how though she stopped. Like once she stabbed the woman a couple times, the woman backed up. She stopped. She didn't chase her down. She stopped. She stopped. And listen, I'm not saying that's going to help her too much in court, but that if it's self-defense, if because we didn't get to see how it started. If it was self-defense, the fact that when the woman pulled away and backed up, the fact that she didn't chase her down and keep stabbing her, that helps her in court if she goes self-defense. Because we don't know how it started. But if she say self-defense, she got a good case. Because all she did was stab the girl backed up and got off of her, and she stopped. Press 1. Because that's why a lot of people get in trouble with self-defense. They defend themselves and then they keep going after that. They keep going after that. And that's when you get and people are like, but the other person started it. And it's like, well, yeah, but you can't run them down and hack them to death after that. You gotta, at some point you gotta stand your ground. Exactly. She stood her ground. Because we don't know that they gotta have the whole video. Because here's the thing: it's CCTV in the store. Why are they only showing us while they're already engaged? Why are they not showing us what led up to it? Why are they not showing us the beginning? That's really crazy that they're not showing us the beginning of this. They just showing us the middle part when they're already engaged. That's weird. That's weird, ain't it? That's weird. Why are they not showing us? So new. Yeah, but that's weird. Like, you would think, like, it's not like a cell phone footage. If it was cell phone footage, you could say, oh, somebody pulled out this cell phone and they just caught this part of it. But this is CCTV. This is CCTV. This is the store's camera or the restaurant camera. It looked like a store. Same reason they don't show the Kirk shooter actually shooting the rifle, but they only got him running away. You said they had a history of arguing and fighting around that site in Plaza? Oh, okay.
Bernardo Ruiz, the manager of Pinolandia off Northwest 119th Street in Miami, says the two women were fighting outside before the argument spilled over into the business.
Holy. I counted. Let me see how I can count them. Let me slow it down. Let's slow it down.
Miami says the two.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I counted 7 right there. And then right here, let me see. I counted 7 right there. Then right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got at least 11. How about you guys? I got at least 11. Jeez. She lucky those were scissors and not a knife, because the scissor might have hurt, but all of them didn't go through. Every one of them didn't go through, I don't think. But I seen 11. I seen 11 stabs. That's crazy. He said you gotta open the scissors. Yeah. Those hurt though. Now that's gonna hurt. Don't get me wrong. That's gonna hurt, but it might not, you know what I'm saying, go into you. It might break your skin. You know what I mean? But it ain't gonna like go in you. Damn. Yeah, she gonna have a tough time. See, the thing they not showing us, they won't show us the beginning, what happened. And this guy right here, this the guy who owned the store right here. Come on, man. Why you don't show us the beginning, man? Why you don't show us the beginning, man? Eduardo.
Over into the business. He says in Spanish, the victim was attacked with scissors, stabbed at least 4 times. This is a mugshot for the suspect, Demarius Rodriguez.
That looked like a boy, man. That looked like a man, yo. That looked like a dude, man. Take the $5 challenge, man. We trying to get 20 people to sponsor today's program, man. We halfway there, man. We trying to get 20 people to sponsor today's program, man. 20 people sponsor today's program.
Rodriguez. She appeared in bond court following her arrest. She's facing an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon charge.
No contact with her directly or indirectly. Can't call her, text her, send her messages.
The judge ordered a stay-away order and an evaluation for competency and possibly hospitalization for Rodriguez. Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says the suspect asked the other woman for money. When she said no, it escalated into a fight. The manager says the 2 women usually hang out outside the business.
At last check, the victim was at Jackson Memorial Hospital in stable condition. That suspect is expected back in court on December 1st. In Miami, Bridget Matter, Local 10 News.
Wow.
We are getting some new information about a shooting that left a St. John the Baptist deputy dead and his brother now behind bars in Wagaman. That victim has been identified as Shaquille Guerin. WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor is live with what we know about this investigation now underway, Shay, and how the sheriff is remembering such a dedicated deputy.
Good afternoon to you, Elizabeth. Yeah, we're here near 30 Marigold Lane in Avondale, or in Westwego right now, where we're told that shooting happened on the street. We're also told that it happened during a Thanksgiving family gathering. At this time, we do not know the circumstances surrounding the shooting, but it apparently happened at the street right behind where I'm standing right now, Elizabeth. Now, we've learned the deputy who died was 35-year-old Shaquille Guerin. He had been a deputy with the St. John Sheriff's Office.
Wow. Shaquille O'Neal should pay for his funeral, man. Wow. Shaquille, this brother got, think about it, man. You're a cop, man. You go home for Thanksgiving and you get whacked by your brother. That's crazy, man. Jesus Christ. And this look like a nice neighborhood too. Well, you know. Wow. You're a cop. You done made it good. You come home for Thanksgiving. And the brother who didn't, you know, probably was the black sheep of the family. He probably was the black sheep of the family and shit. You know, dropped out of high school and, you know, ran the streets. Oh man. Wax you on Thanksgiving in front of the whole family. That's crazy. Jeez.
Deputy.
Good afternoon to you, Elizabeth. Yeah, we're here near 30 Marigold Lane in Avondale or in Westwego right now, where we're told that shooting happened on the street. We're also told that it happened during a Thanksgiving family gathering. At this time, we do not know the circumstances surrounding the shooting, but it apparently happened at the street right behind where I'm standing right now, Elizabeth. Now, we've learned the deputy who died was 35-year-old Shaquille Guerin. He had been a deputy with the St. John Sheriff's Office for about 8 years. Sheriff Mike Trigg with St. John described Guerin as a hard worker and optimist. We're told he had just left work when he came into this area yesterday. We're also told the suspect is Darius Guerin. Officials say he led Jefferson Parish Sheriff's officers on a chase to Lafitte before he was eventually stopped and arrested. They say he had a gun on him at the time. Now, St. John Sheriff Mike Trigg says the entire department is hurting and remembering his life in good spirit.
Came every day, tough job, but he did it. And, you know, he was the eternal optimist. He always thought no matter what, the Saints would win the Super Bowl, even though we're not going to this year. But he remained positive in his professional life and his personal life. I mean, I'm going to miss him. Trying to make all of this add up right now. To be killed in the line of duty is one thing, but to be killed by a family member, I just can't make that. I can't accept that right now.
Such a sad situation, Elizabeth. We're told that Guerin actually leaves behind a wife and 3 kids. Also, his family.
Wow, wife and 3 kids.
Family has a history of working in law enforcement, with his dad working with the St. James Sheriff's Office. I'll have much more on this at 4, 5, and 6. Reporting live from Jefferson Parish, Shay O'Connor.
St. John Parish deputy is gunned down in Wagaman, leaving neighbors on Marigold Lane on edge. One of his brothers now behind bars, booked with second-degree murder. WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor is live near that scene, and Shay, only on 6. Family members open up tonight about their loss.
And also community members in this area, Elizabeth and Sella. Pretty much I spoke with the brother's youngest sibling, who tells me he's completely heartbroken. He says his entire family is still trying to take in the loss. Meanwhile, neighbors in this area are also sharing in that pain.
If I can had any second to stop what went on, I would have. But nobody knows what a mental person is going through. So
this neighbor has known the family for 20 years.
You can give back whatever you stole from a person. You can give back whatever you owe to a person, but you cannot give back life.
He was celebrating Thanksgiving with his family when he says his daughter saw a man lying in the street.
I'm heartbroken. My heart is so hurt.
Neighbors heard gunfire, then tell WDSU they saw one brother drag the other outside the house. Another recalls seeing a man lying in uniform dead.
Nobody could recognize him on the ground. Nobody would have thought that it would have been one of her kids.
The man killed, 35-year-old Shaquille Guerin, a St. John deputy of 8 years. Sheriff Mike Trigg says Guerin was optimistic and hardworking.
He had the heart of a public servant. He was extremely positive about everything he did every time he came to work. He had just got off from work right before he was killed.
Gearing dropped in to visit family after finishing his Thanksgiving night shift.
He dropped in to visit family after finishing his Thanksgiving night shift.
He's still working to find out why his younger brother, Darius Guerin, shot him. Family tells WDSU Darius was having a mental episode. Those who knew the family are also grieving.
Those boys play ball with my boys. It's hard to say anything bad about either one of them. All I know is good things from them.
Wow.
And Darius Guerin pretty much was arrested last night after we're told he led JPSO on a brief chase. He's currently being held here in Jefferson Parish on multiple charges, including second-degree murder for killing his older brother.
Second-degree murder. So, not first degree. Not first degree, second degree. So there was something more to it. I mean, these are preliminary charges too, but second-degree murder. Maybe that's just because they don't have all the evidence yet, man. I think if you kill somebody and you drag their body outside and leave it in the street, that, especially your brother, that's how is that second-degree murder? Second-degree murder is like, you kill somebody that's, trying to fight you. You're in a fight with somebody and you kill them. And then you like call the police and shit, call the ambulance or something. This dude shot the guy, dragged his body outside and left it in the street. I don't know how this is second-degree murder. But anyway, terrible story. Terrible story. Horrible story. Yikes. That's just awful, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's awful, man. That is just awful, man. Awful. Jeez. That is awful, man. Wow.
In Syracuse, they were hired to prevent crime in Syracuse. Now, these two men are waking up behind bars for fueling it.
This morning and only on 9, the video prosecutors say
Violence interrupters, man. I told you this stuff don't work, man. This stuff just don't work, man. It's a flawed model, man. The premise of it is flawed. You know what I mean? If you're not woke, the premise is flawed. If you're just a common sense person, the premise is flawed. The whole premise is flawed. If you got common sense.
showing them dealing drugs on the clock and what's now changing because of this case.
In Syracuse, they were hired to prevent crime in Syracuse. Now, these two men are waking up behind bars for fueling it.
This morning and only on 9, the video prosecutors say showing them dealing drugs on the clock and what's now changing because of this case.
Just blocks from the Southwest Community Center, where they were paid to keep young people away from crime, prosecutors say Ahmed Abdi and Cassian Pitts were doing the opposite, selling cocaine and meth.
Tethers. Not only are they violence interrupters, but they tethers, man. Come on, man. You can't have violence interrupters that are tethers. That's our stuff, man. That's FBA stuff, man. Even though I'm half a tether, but you know what I mean. That's FBA stuff, man. You got violence interrupters that are tethers. Wait till Tariq Nasheed get a piece of this, man. Wait till Tariq see this, man. Wow.
Southwest Community Center, where they were paid to keep young people away from crime. Prosecutors say Ahmed Abdi and Cassian Pitts were doing the opposite, selling cocaine and meth while on the job, working as snug outreach workers.
And they're accused of doing this on the clock.
Yes.
And now both men have taken plea deals. Pitts will spend 9 years behind bars.
Mr. Abdi.
Yo, that man took a plea deal for 9 years. What was it? Like, yo, what was his record like? And how much did they get caught with if he took a plea for 9 years? He took a plea for 9. What was they selling? Kilos? Maybe. I don't know. He took a plea deal for 9 years. Jesus Christ. He going to New York State Prison too? Woo.
And they're accused of doing this on the clock.
Yes.
And now both men have taken plea deals. Pitts will spend 9 years behind bars.
Mr. Abdi pled guilty to 2 different offenses.
Abdi will serve 6.
One of the most troubling things.
6. He took a plea for 6. They had them dead to rights. They had them on camera and everything. They had them dead to rights. They had to take a plea deal. They was like, shit. Take this to trial, man. They gonna cook us. Man. You got to do.
Here is the abusive position.
These sentences closing out a year-long investigation and uncovering new evidence. News Channel 9 obtained this video showing Abdi stepping out of a car, walking to another, getting inside, and making what prosecutors call a hand-to-hand drug deal with a confidential informant.
It's honestly crazy, right? Because if I were to just tell you these words, you're like, this isn't happening.
What's crazy is your hair. Press 1. What do you mean crazy? Crazy is your hair. The law firm was Sideshow Bob. Sideshow Bob at your service. Y'all taking this Crown Act too far, man. Press 1. They taking that joint too far, man. Like this is ridiculous, man. This the day after the Crown Act, man. The day after the Crown Act, he showed up with this. You got white folk like, damn. White folk like, shit. Yeah, dope. Look at your man. That's crazy, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like now you just flexing now, man. He flexing. It's like when you score a touchdown and shit, and you do like He doing like T.O. When T.O. scored that touchdown, he ran all the way back to the Cowboys, the star at the middle of the field. He did like this. This dude flexing, man. He flexing on him, man. Golly, man. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble, man. Oh my God.
Confidential informant.
It's honestly crazy, right? Because if I were to just tell you these words, you're like, this isn't happening. This isn't occurring. This can't happen. And then you see the video and you see the bright orange vest. You can't miss that bright orange vest. And you're like, man, it's actually happening in our city.
Then later, more video shows Pitts and Abdi driving together. The senior assistant district attorney on the case, Alphonse Williams, walks me through what we're seeing.
That's district attorney. Yeah, man. You white folks, man. White folk, you know what? White folk gonna be like, all right, cool. You gonna see a judge with a mullet now. You gonna see a judge gonna come out there with a mullet. They'll be like, take that. Yeah. Yo. You oh shit. Police chief gonna have a mohawk. That's crazy. Yeah, he doing too much. He doing too much, man. This guy doing too much, man. He a district attorney. Come on, bro. You a district attorney, man. I get you want to be like, hey, young brother, you can be a district attorney one day too, man. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what he thinking. He like, yeah, man, young brother, you can come from, I came from where you came from, and I'm a district attorney. You can do anything you want. And you know, that's great, man. I ain't knocking that, man. That's a good sentiment to have. That's beautiful. That's wonderful, man. You're supposed to make kids feel like they can, you know, achieve whatever they want. But bruh, man. Come on, man. Come on, bruh. He had options. He didn't have to do this. Like, he don't have to wear his dreads like that. You know what I'm saying? He could wear them like everybody else wear their dreads. He choosing to do that. Press 1. He choosing to do this. And you gonna come in the courtroom looking like this? You choosing to do this. You don't have to do this. You can just wear dreads. Like every other person wear their dreads. You choosing to like be like, look at me. I'm either on crack or I was blindfolded and I left the hairdresser. Either I'm on crack or my hairdresser on crack. One of the two. Pick one. I'm on crack or my hairdresser on crack. Quick, pick one. He choosing to do this. He could have just had his dreads, you know what I'm saying? Just he choosing to do this. If I was a judge, man, I couldn't take him seriously, man. I'm sorry, man. And I'm as nappy-headed as it come, man. You can't put a comb through my shit. And I would be I'd be like, bro, man, you gotta do something with your hair, man. You distracted me, man. I'm trying to I'm trying to do this case. You distracted me, bro.
To just tell you these words, you're like, this isn't happening. This isn't occurring. This can't happen. And then you see the video and you see the bright orange vest. You can't miss that bright orange vest. And you're like, man, it's actually happening in our city.
Then later, more video shows Pitts and Abdi driving together. The senior assistant district attorney on the case, Alphonse Williams, walks me through what we're seeing.
And as you can see, Mr. Abdi's driving. He has the exact same outfit on, and Mr. Pitts is right next to him wearing this bright orange vest. It's a little discomforting, to say the least.
Snug, which is gun spelled backwards, hires credible messengers who are...
The name of their program is Snug, which is guns spelled backwards. This the story. This the video that keeps on giving, man. This the thank you, brothers, for the content, man. Thank you, Syracuse, for the content, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for Shout out to Bianca Zombie watching on Rumble, man. Woo! Lord have mercy. Why call it? Why name it? Even if it's gun spelled backwards, why name your violence interruption group? I guess what you're turning the gun around, you shooting yourself. What the hell going on, man? This is insane, man.
Snug, which is gun spelled...
Discomforting, to say the least.
Snug, which is gun spelled backwards, hires credible messengers who are often people with criminal histories to connect with at-risk youth and help keep them off the streets.
Credible messengers. That's what they call them now. Credible messengers. I qualify as a credible messenger, man. I'm a credible messenger. Maybe I should do some of this one day. Maybe I should go apply for this, man. I won't be a violence into hell no. Hell to the no. Won't be no violence interruption. I'm a credible messenger.
Hires credible messengers who are often people with criminal histories to connect with at-risk youth and help keep them off the streets.
This is a state-funded program, and these are taxpayer dollars at work.
It's a model long supported by Governor Kathy Hochul and funded.
Kathy Hochul.
With millions of state dollars.
This is an important program because I know that it works. I want to continue investing in what we know has a track record of...
You know that it works. They be shitting on the police, the prosecutors. The only thing that niggas on the street respect is police and prosecutors and judges. They don't respect these old ass washed up OGs. Over them, they don't respect these. Listen, they probably don't disrespect these dudes either. A lot of them probably got respect as far as just like respect them. But like you done went away, you done did 10, 20 years in prison. Now you home. It's a whole new group of thugs out there doing their thing. When you went in You went in 2005. You came home in 2023 in the halfway house. Man, now you've been on parole. You've been looking for something to do, and now you're doing this. That little dude that you talking to, he was born in 2007, man. Jeez, man, this is a flawed model. This model is flawed. Like, it's just flawed, man. It's a flawed model. It don't work. And you could even see how they think it would have worked. You can see, like, all right, they probably think, I can see what they was thinking. You probably say, all right, I see what they was thinking. You know what I'm saying? I kind of get what they was thinking. Hit the salute to my man, Boy Kachina, man. He says, you're an incredible messenger. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm an incredible messenger. Appreciate you, Boy Kachina, man. Yeah, make sure y'all keep sponsoring the channel, man. We going in today, man. We going in, man.
The streets.
This is a state-funded program, and these are taxpayer dollars at work.
It's a model long supported by Governor Kathy Hochul and funded with millions of state dollars.
This is an important program because I know that it works. I want to continue investing in what we know has a track record, a proven track record of accomplishment.
When the arrest first happened, Lateef Johnson-Kinsey, who runs the mayor's office to reduce gun violence, said the incident was disappointing, but isolated.
It was 2 individuals, not 20. 2 individuals does not stop what we're doing as a community.
So what?
So this is what y'all do. Why don't they get some weed whackers and some lawnmowers? Press 1. If they really want to help this neighborhood right here, they need to get some weed whackers and some lawnmowers. You heard? Trump even got the National Guard picking up trash. That's what they say. In DC, they walk around picking up trash. They cleaning up. They cleaning up areas that got a bunch of, just parks and stuff like that. Look at what these guys is doing, right? It would be better for this community if they got some shears, some lawnmowers, and some weed whackers. He said neighborhood be looking nappy. Yeah, man. Neighborhood got stubble, man. Neighborhood need a haircut, man. This neighborhood need a cut. Listen, man. Kathy Hochul, man. Y'all get millions of taxpayer dollars, right? Get these dudes some shears. You can even get them to ride lawnmowers, man. You get them to ride lawnmowers, man. But yeah, man, they not they not addressing the needs. The community, the real needs in this community are not being addressed. That bush looked like it's alive, man. That looked like that bush about to grab one of them and eat them. It was like the Shop of Horrors or something. That's the bush that's the plant from Little Shop of Horrors. Yo, man. This is crazy, man. Yo, what the fuck? I ain't even get to nothing I wanted to talk about today, man. Messing with y'all, I didn't even get to none of the stuff that I really wanted to talk about.
Violence said the incident was disappointing, but
We don't into it,
isolated.
It was 2 individuals, not 20. 2 individuals does not stop what we're doing as a community.
So what's changed since then? News Channel 9 went directly to the state's Division of Criminal Justice Services. A spokesperson says the agency has been closely monitoring the Syracuse site since the arrests, adding that both men were promptly terminated and that the state is now seeking a new organization to run the program locally. But even with these changes, Williams says his biggest concern isn't the program, it's the kids these men were supposed to mentor.
So when the youth sees that, they're like, if you're not taking it serious, I'm not going to take it serious. I'm going to be like you, and I'm going to continue to do the things that are plaguing our community at large. It's the community at large. It's the community, the youth that they're supposed to be serving that gets hurt by this.
When I reached out to Syracuse Community Connections, which runs Syracuse Snug, the CEO would not comment on the case, only saying it's a very busy season and her time is limited. As for the governor's office, I am told they will continue investing in and...
The director said, they asked for the director comments. The director said, man, it's a busy time of season. Damn, that's crazy.
That they're supposed to be serving that gets hurt by this.
When I reached out to Syracuse Community Connections, which runs Syracuse Snug, the CEO would not comment on the case, only saying it's a very busy season and her time is limited. As for the governor's office, I am told they will continue investing in and working with their partners to fight gun violence and enhance public safety around the state.
Download the WSYR Plus app.
And now at 5, a grieving mother speaks to CBS News Miami after her son was shot and killed during a home invasion. The man who pulled the trigger says he was trying to protect himself from a break-in at his home in the middle of the night. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench joins us live from Richmond Heights with the latest on this story. Peter.
Hold on, I'm confused. What the fuck?
And now at 5, a grieving mother speaks to CBS News Miami after her son was shot and killed during a home invasion. The man who pulled the trigger says he was trying to protect himself from a break-in at his home in the middle of the night. CBS. And now at 5, a grieving mother speaks to CBS News Miami after her son was shot and killed during a home invasion. The man who pulled the...
Oh, while committing a home invasion. He misspoke. He should have said while committing a home invasion. Okay. It's very confusing the way they word this.
And now at 5, a grieving mother speaks to CBS News Miami after her son was shot and killed during a home invasion. The man who pulled the trigger says he was trying to protect himself from a break-in at his home in the middle of the night. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench joins us live from Richmond Heights with the latest on this story. Peter.
Well, Jim, we can tell you that the homeowner actually showed us his own ring cam video that shows him flashing his gun initially to try to scare off the 4 intruders, but the mother of the man who was shot says the homeowner overreacted. The homeowner...
You notice we seeing a lot of this lately? Have you noticed we seeing a lot of this lately? The mother, or they even suing the homeowner, or the homeowner getting charged with murder, or now she's saying that the mother saying he overreacted. We seeing a lot of this lately, man. Or is it just me? A lot of like home invasions where all the smoke is for the homeowner.
His own ring cam video that shows him flashing his gun initially to try to scare off the 4 intruders, but the mother of the man who was shot says the homeowner overreacted. The homeowner did not want to be shown or identified, but he told us when he heard his mother screaming about the intruders at their home Saturday night, he grabbed his gun and says he was forced to shoot 26-year-old Quanteri Alvin Whitley.
Quanteri. Sitting on a four-wheeler. throwing up the middle finger. Sitting on a four-wheeler throwing up a middle finger or throwing up a gang sign. One of them, because they blurred it. Why would they blur it? Why would they blur that? If it was the peace sign. If it was the peace sign, why would they blur it? Quandary. Yeah, man. Quandary wasn't up to no good, man. Quandary died doing what he loved, man. Quandary died doing what he loved, man. Take the $5 challenge, support the channel. It's only $5. We got 11. We need 9 more, man. 9 more. We trying to get 20, man. We trying to get 20, man, so we can come back tonight. So we have a show tonight, man. We trying to get 20, man. 20, and I'm gonna do a show tonight, man. Let's go. We very close, man.
Alvin Whitley.
As I'm coming to go in the house, he charges at me. He comes inside right after me. So
Brother, man. Oh yeah, nothing to see here. The homeowner's a brother. Oh yeah. This ain't gonna catch on. The mom, I feel bad for the mom. The mom probably thinks she gonna make it from national news, get Crump. Crump ain't even gonna report. Ben Crump ain't even gonna return her phone call. Press 1. This is a black homeowner. Ben Crump won't even return her phone call. Yeah, your little baby that broke into the wrong house, man, and got himself shot. Oh yeah, the mom talking about something. Yo, you done? Sorry, mom. It's a wrap. Mom, oh, like my baby. Nah, mom, you done. You broke into a black dude house, got shot. This shit over with. We don't hear nothing about this.
Quanteri Alvin Whitley.
As I'm coming to go in the house, he charges at me. He comes inside right after me. So I shot 2 times, and I wish it never happened.
The homeowner could not say if any of the intruders had weapons.
He only shot 2 times. That's great restraint, man. Great restraint, man. You got 4 dudes coming in your house, you shoot twice. That's great restraint, man. That's great restraint on this homeowner, man. This homeowner should not be. They shouldn't even think about y'all. They should just be all right. Good day, sir. Have a good day, sir. He fired twice. He just like that's just a natural reaction when dudes try to barge into your house. You fired twice. Them dudes all turned to track stars. I know exactly what happened. He fired twice, and they turned into track stars. They turned into the U.S. relay team. And since her son got hit, but he didn't chase him down. He didn't keep shooting at him while they was running. He's good. He's good. Because I'm telling you, when they break into them homes, And and you start shooting at them, they turn into track stars because they wasn't expecting it. Their natural flight, it's no fight, it's all flight. They don't even have a chance to think fight or flight. It's just all flight. Okay? Flight or flight. They like, come on, man, let's go in this motherfucker house. Boom, boom. Dude's like, oh shit. Pew. I saw the funniest one I ever saw. It had to be about 9. When was this? The funniest one I ever saw is outside of Atlanta. It was a long time ago, man. Here you go. This is the funniest one. I think I found it. This is the funniest. We're gonna get back to that one. Press the like button, man. Sponsor the show. Hit the like button. I think this is it. This has got to be it. This the funniest one I ever seen. Home invasion, right here. This the funniest one ever. Watch this. Just watch this. I ain't even gonna stop it. I'm just gonna play it straight through. This is the funniest one ever.
You can help identify 2 home invaders. They were caught on camera as a woman in the house shot at them. Take a look. Surveillance video shows several men coming in through a door, and then watch as a woman inside opens fire. Channel 2's Nicole Carr is live in Gwinnett County. Nicole, that woman's roommate was there and had to console her.
All right, we can only imagine what she was going through in that moment. What you're seeing and about to hear gives us a crystal clear picture of what was happening during that shootout and the 2 surviving suspects that police say they need behind bars.
She exercised her right to defend her livelihood and property.
Watch as this Gwinnett County woman rushes from her bedroom, unloading all her bullets on the 3 men who kicked in her front door. It's the dramatic, newly released video from around 4 a.m. Friday morning. The woman, a local restaurant manager, is staying in a Spring Drive home with a housemate for work-related reasons when she hears the 3 intruders, guns clearly in hand. Police saying they came here for cash and met their match.
Did they shoot you? Yeah, they shoot me.
As they exchange gunfire with drywall debris clouding the dark home, one man runs through a glass door. The man in the wig dies of his injuries in the driveway, and the woman, seen here being consoled by that housemate who gently takes away the gun, lives to tell and show police what happened.
It's not common that we receive this caliber of surveillance video showing a crime unfold, an actual home invasion.
Now police need to find the 2 surviving suspects.
They're not wearing anything on their faces, so we highly anticipate that someone watching the evening newscast will recognize these people.
And that video has been getting an incredible response on our Facebook and Twitter pages. You can also take a look on WSBTV.com and call Gwinnett County Police if you have any information. We're live in Gwinnett County.
I told you, man. Yo, homie ran through the glass door. He ran through the glass door. They was like, they was trying to get him out of there, man. Oh, we ran through a glass door.
Right to defend.
They wasn't expecting that. Watch this one come across. Watch him come across.
Watch as this.
He's shooting in the air. He's just shooting anywhere. He can't get him out of it. I wonder which one of them did she hit though? Like, I'm trying to think which one she hit.
That's her right to.
I think she hit this one because he buckled.
Defend her.
Let me see. Is that the one she hit?
And and show police what happened.
It's not common that we receive this caliber of surveillance video showing a crime.
Or it could have been him. It could have been him because he ran right across. He ran right across her. I think he got hit too.
Surveillance video showing a crime unfold, an actual home invasion.
Now police need to find the two surviving suspects.
They're not.
No, he survived. He survived. He survived. They looking for him. So it was the dude in the dark. He got hit immediately. This one, he got hit. He the one died in the driveway. He got hit immediately. Soon as she came from the back bus, he got hit immediately. It died in the driveway. God damn, she hit him somewhere vital. He died in the driveway.
Bars.
She exercised her right to defend her livelihood and property.
Watch as this Gwinnett County woman rushes.
She overreacted, yeah. I think she overreacted too. You right, man. She overreacted, man. She had to do all that. That's fun. Yeah, I gotta save that one, man. That was one of the legendary ones, man. That was a legendary one right there, man. It's been 7 years since that happened. Yikes. 7 years. Wow. Yikes. Wherever she at now, man, she a G, man. She a certified guerrilla gangster, man. She came out the back buzzing. I told you, when you doing something like that, you're not expecting. You like, all right, we're gonna go in here, tie these motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead, hold everybody down, and tie them up. Soon as you just see you see the flash of that muzzle right in front of your face, man, there's no fight. It's only flight. Press 1. It's only flight. Ain't no fight or flight. It's flight or flight. And that's what happened here. I'm telling you, that's what happened here. That's why he the only one that got shot.
Upon Terry Alvin Whitley.
As I'm coming to go in the house, he charges at me. He comes inside right after me. So I shot 2 times, and I wish it never happened.
The homeowner could not say if any of the intruders had weapons. Whitley's mother, LaShondia Jackson, told me the homeowner should have never opened fire.
The way he talked. LaShondia. Crowded house, man. Full house, man. This is a strange condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. No, that's Family Matters. Full house, man. God, no, man. Jesus Christ. Teeth, man. Teeth. Wow, man. She got a lot going down there. Ain't a lot of teeth, man. Jeez Christ. Yo, I gotta get a zoom. I gotta zoom, man. We gotta get a close up of this, man. Let's see if we get a close up, man. Let's get a close up. Jesus Christ. Them joints crowd surfing, man. Her teeth crowd surfing. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus. I hope the money he was gonna get get his mother teeth fixed, man. That's the only way. That's the only way you could. That's the only way I would feel bad for this kid, man. If he was doing this to get his mom teeth fixed, man. If that was the case, then he's a hero, man. He died a hero. Jeez. Take the mom's food stamps and Section 8 for having a child out here like that. Yeah, he died a hero, man. He was trying to help his mom get her teeth fixed, man. I gotta respect that, man. I respect that. I gotta respect that, man. I ain't even gonna lie, but I respect that, man. He, I wish he would have, tried another way, man. But it was emergency, man. It was emergency, man. This was drastic times calls for drastic measures, man. Because you can't even do veneers with that. You can't do veneers with that. The new veneers they put on over their teeth. They lock in the new veneers that all the rappers got. You can't even do that. You can't do that with her. It just is what it is. Shout out to John, man. John in the building. He said the $5 challenge. Shout out to John, man. Right. Yeah, man. You ever catch a stiffy in class, man? You pull out your phone and see this, and you'll be. This will kill anything. This will ruin anything. Oh shit. They should give this to pedophiles. It should be like, anytime you see a child, man, pull this out and look at this picture. Jesus Christ. Yikes. Jeez. Jesus Christ, man. Jeez.
Breaking at his home in the middle of the night. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench joins us live from Richmond Heights with the latest on this story. Peter.
Well, Jim, we can tell you that the homeowner actually showed us his own ring cam video that shows him flashing his gun initially to try to scare off the 4 intruders, but the mother of the man who was shot says the homeowner overreacted. The homeowner did not want to be shown or identified, but he told us when he heard his mother screaming about the intruders at their home Saturday night, he grabbed his gun and says he was forced to shoot 26-year-old Quanteri Alvin Whitley.
As I'm coming to go in the house, he charges at me. He comes inside like after me. So I shot 2 times, and I wish it never happened.
The homeowner could not say if any of the intruders had weapons. Whitley's mother, LaShondia Jackson, told me the homeowner should have never opened fire.
The way he told about his mother came out and said that they need to get off her porch or she's going to call the police, then why she didn't call the police at that moment? If that was what they needed to do to avoid shooting him and killing him.
Yeah. He said the mother came outside, told him to get off her porch. That's what. Hold on, because this is secondhand. She wasn't there, but I guess this is what she heard from one of the survivors, right? She's telling you what she heard from one of the survivors because she was not there. But let's try to hear what she said. One of the other survivors told her.
LaShondia Jackson told me the homeowner should have never opened fire.
The way he told about his mother came out and said that they need to get off her porch or she's going to call the police, then why she didn't call the police at that moment? If that was what.
So she said the mother said that she was the guy's mother, I guess the homeowner's mother, saw them on the porch and told them to get off the porch, or she was going to call the police. And then the son, he came down there and said that like the guy tried to brush in the house, so he shot him. And the other 3 turned into Carl Lewis, Ben Johnson, and Usain Bolt. And let's just say that's true, right? Let's just say that's true. This is a crazy thing to say, man, on the news, man, when your kid's committing a home invasion. This is crazy.
LaShondia Jackson told me the homeowner should have never opened fire.
The way he told about his mother came out and said that they need to get off her porch or she's going to call the police, then why she didn't call the police at that moment? If that was what they needed to do to avoid shooting him and killing him, then why she didn't call the police?
Ring cam video.
Damn, lady.
Why she didn't call the police?
She speaks well, though. For a person with that condition, she speaks well. Press 1. I'll give her that, man. We're going to look at the bright side, man. She speaks very well for a person with that condition, man. Because it looked like you not even supposed to be able to talk. Like it literally looked like you're not supposed to be able to talk with that going on in your mouth. I ain't even gonna lie, man. It looked like you supposed to be like the teacher on Charlie Brown, man. Remember the teacher on Charlie Brown? It looked like you supposed to sound like that, man. When you But she speaks well, man. Salute to her, man. I guess she adjusted. She been like that for a while, man. She had to listen, man. All you people out there complaining about life and everything and the challenges you got, man. Listen, man. You can do anything, man. You can do anything. And I'm not even trying to be funny, man. I'm being real. Like, if this woman can speak the King's English with that going on in her mouth, what's your excuse? What is your excuse? What is your excuse? Huh? What is your excuse? You have no excuse. We already said why the son was there to rob GJ. GJ, we already said why the son was there to get money to get his mom's teeth fixed, man. We already said that. You late, man. You must have just tuned in. The son was there to rob the place to help get money to get his mom's teeth fixed. All right. Make sure you take the $5 challenge. Support the channel, man. Take the channel. Take the challenge. Sponsor the show. Take the $5 challenge, sponsor the show, support the channel. If you're being entertained, if you're having a good time, support the channel.
Please.
Ring cam video captures the moments shots were heard. The homeowner says he did not want to have to fire.
I'm literally holding the gun up. My finger's not on the trigger. I'm trying to scare them, like trying to get them like to leave. Never pulled it out, never used it. Ever.
But Jack,
I believe him, man. He don't sound like the type of dude running around. Look at his shoes. Some man wouldn't be caught dead. Them Jones, press 1. Real son, man. A real nigga would never be caught dead in them joints, man. Bury me in some Jordans. A real nigga gonna say, bury me in some Jordans. Wouldn't be caught dead in them joints, man. Real son, man, would be caught dead in them joints, man. Who said I'm muted? How can I be muted if people pressing 1, man? I'm muted? Who's that saying I'm muted? Somebody get rid of that guy saying I'm muted. Somebody, it's a troll in here saying I'm muted. Time him out, man. He said he got a quarter zip. Yeah, he definitely got a quarter zip. Without a doubt. He definitely wearing the quarter zip. Where the mods at, man? But yeah, this listen, man. I believe this dude. He probably never even. This is the first time he ever pulled his gun out. The first time.
Trying to scare them, like trying to get them like to leave.
The homeowner says he did not want to have to fire.
I'm literally holding the gun up. My finger's not on the trigger. I'm trying to scare them, like trying to get them like to leave. Never pulled it out, never used it. Ever.
But Jackson's mother is challenging what the homeowner is saying.
He was a father. He was a son. He was a brother. He was
a father. How many kids he had?
Was a cousin. He was everything. Did he have run-ins with the law? Yes, he did. But a home invasion was.
Did he have run-ins with the law? Yes, he did. We knew that, man. Man, we knew that when you seen him sitting on a four-wheeler throwing up gang signs, man. We knew that, man. We knew he had run-ins with the law, man. We knew that, man. Thank you for confirming it, though, man. Thank you for confirming it, man. Appreciate you confirming it, but I think we already knew he had run-ins with the law.
Did he have run-ins with the law? Yes.
Father.
He was a son. He was a brother. He was a cousin. He was everything. Did he have run-ins with the law? Yes, he did. But a home invasion wasn't one of them.
And I just want to send condolences to his family. I've never been in trouble a day in my life. Never hurt another person a day in my life. Never wanted to shoot a person a day in my life.
The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office told us this is an open investigation and they could not say if any charges will be filed. Meanwhile, they are looking for the 3 people who took off. If you can help, call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-4.
I know who can help us find the 3 people that took off. I know who can help us find the 3 people that took off.
The homeowner should have never opened fire.
The way he told him about his mother came out and said that they need to get off her porch or she's going to call the police, then why she didn't call the police at that moment? If that was...
Well, your son's dead, so who told you that? It was only 4 people there. It was only 5 people there. It was only 5 people there. Your son's dead. Who told you that? The homeowner? Did the homeowner tell you that?
Whitley's mother, LaShondia Jackson, told me the homeowner should have never opened fire.
The way he told him about his mother came out and said that they need to get off her porch or she's going to call the police. Then why she didn't call the police at that moment?
Turn in your friends, man. Turn in your son's friends, man. Do the right thing, lady. We did this the other night. If y'all wasn't here the other night, I'm going to play this one again if y'all wasn't here the other night. This one, I ain't even going to stop this one. Holy crap.
An armed home invasion at an Airbnb rental turned into a shootout in Osceola County that happened earlier this month in the Champions Gate area of Davenport. The sheriff says 5 people are now behind bars. As West 2's Justin Shecker found out, deputies are increasing their presence in the popular tourist area.
An old Wild Wild West shootout inside the house. And miraculously, nobody was shot. Nobody was injured. A lot of damage to the house.
These photos of bullet holes in the walls show the aftermath of an armed home invasion that turned into a shootout on November 5th at an Airbnb rental on Leader Street in the Champions Gate area.
Back door, the sliding glass doors were shot out. There was bullet holes throughout the house, numerous.
Osceola County Sheriff Christopher Blackman says a teenage victim told deputies that a group of men dressed in black and wearing ski masks approached her outside the home.
They come up to her at gunpoint, took her back inside the house and was trying to do the home invasion. But they didn't know inside there was other guys inside with guns as well.
Deputies searching the neighborhood arrested these 2 suspects after the victim positively identified them. They were booked into the Osceola County Jail on aggravated assault, shooting in an occupied dwelling, grand theft, and armed robbery charges. The sheriff says 3 other suspects were located and arrested this week in Orange County.
Now, our criminal investigation division spent a lot of hours with research and search warrants, getting information we needed to lead us to these other 3 people.
Sheriff Blackman tells West 2 his deputies have stepped up patrols in the popular tourist area with a lot of short-term rentals. He says recently they've had multiple calls for home invasions.
So I would say to any tourists that are down in that area, be careful. You know, you're in Florida and you're on vacation, stay alert, stay vigilant. And to the people that live there, if you see something out of the norm, say something, let us know.
The sheriff says his detectives are investigating whether these 5 men could be suspects in the other home invasion.
I gotta put my face closer so I look like the 6th one. I'm the 6th one, y'all. I'm the 6th one. I gotta make my face look like this. I can't even make one of them faces, man. Yo, they was on the short bus and they was like, yo, man, we gonna do, I got a lick for us. Yo. This the short bus crew, man. Jesus, man.
In Syracuse, they were hired.
And now at 5.
These stories taking too long, man. I gotta speed up, man, because I got a couple of things I wanted to get to, man. I got a couple of things I wanted to get to, man. There's a couple of things I wanted to get to, man. These stories taking too long, man.
You're taking a live look at a Westside Burger King restaurant. It was the scene of a Saturday night double shooting. One person died. Another was sent to the hospital after that shooting.
Just hours ago, the restaurant reopened for business. Police have identified the suspected shooter as 28-year-old Dewan Barrett. He remains in jail tonight without bond. He was charged with murder, attempted murder, and armed burglary. The police report was just made public today, but there are still some questions about what really happened inside the restaurant after the mother of one of the victims posted comments on social media.
News 4 Jax reporter Eric Gabagay is joining us live outside that restaurant to explain. Eric?
Well, 18-year-old Matthew Jackson was the Burger King employee who was found shot to death there inside the restaurant. His mother posted onto social media that her son died from a hamburger. Adding to that are multiple posts on social media, including employees of nearby businesses here that are all saying that this all started over an argument over food. But I have here in my hand a police report. And
Jesus, that thing is redacted like a motherfucker. God damn.
And a police report, and nowhere in this report does it mention anything about an argument over food that turned violent. Now, according to JSO,
well, I mean, it could be right here. They could say it right. There's a lot of places it could be said about an argument over food. This one.
Over food that turned violent. Now, according to JSO, patrol officers were called to the restaurant because of a complaint. While the caller was on the phone with 911 dispatch, shots were fired. When officers arrived, they found the body of 18-year-old Matthew Jackson, who was found shot to death. Officers also found 33-year-old Ray Cummings, who was suffering from being shot and later taken to the hospital. Now, according to the police report, Cummings and Barrett knew each other and had previously been friends until they had a falling.
Oh, so it's deeper than just a hamburger. Hold on.
Shots were fired. When officers arrived, they found patrol officers were called to the restaurant because of a complaint. While the caller was on the phone with 911 dispatch, shots were fired. When officers arrived, they found the body of 18-year-old Matthew Jackson, who was found shot to death. Officers also found 33-year-old Ray Cummings, who was suffering from being shot and later taken to the hospital. Now, according to the police report, Cummings and Barrett knew each other and had previously been friends until they had a falling out a year ago.
Oh, he got shot. He wasn't even in the middle. Okay, he wasn't the target. Okay, so this guy right here, this is the shooter. This is the guy that got killed. The other guy that got shot was this guy's friend. This guy's friend was the other guy that got shot who survived. So this guy died. He must have either gotten away or tried to break it up, or maybe he got hit with a stray. But this guy was arguing with his friend that worked at Burger King, not this guy. Wow. That's crazy.
Fired. When officers arrived, they found the body of 18-year-old Matthew Jackson, who was found shot to death. Officers also found 33-year-old Ray Cummings, who was suffering from being shot and later taken to the hospital. Now, according to the police report, Cummings and Barrett knew each other and had previously been friends until they had a falling out a year ago. Now, this is where it gets a little bit confusing because the report mentions the two men greeting each other and then a fight breaking out. It's unclear if Cummings was also an employee or a
greeting each other in a fight breaking out. And this guy, he got in the middle. Okay, he got hit. He probably didn't have nothing to do with it. Or maybe he tried to break it up. Maybe he tried to break it up because he's an employee there. Maybe he tried to break it up. So here's my thing. Why niggas do so much gay shit, man? Niggas show up to your job and want to fight with you because y'all used to be friends. Like, nigga, move the fuck on. Find some new friends, nigga. Find some fucking new friends, nigga. And I'm a son, man. I've been around, man. It's hard to tell niggas that you don't want to be friends no more. Especially in the street, man. In the street, it's very hard to tell niggas you don't want to be friends no more. Niggas act like a bitch when you do that. They act like a whole bitch.
Shots were fired. When officers arrived, they found the body of 18-year-old Matthew Jackson, who was found shot to death. Officers also found 33-year-old Ray Cummings, who was suffering from being shot and later taken to the hospital. Now, according to the police report, Cummings and Barrett knew each other and had previously been friends until they had a falling out a year ago. Now, this is where it gets a little bit confusing because the report mentions the two men greeting each other and then a fight breaking out. It's unclear if Cummings was also an employee or a customer who happened to be in the restaurant. Now, according to the report, Jackson tried to break up the fight, and that is when he was fatally shot. We're still trying to confirm.
He tried to break up the fight. He was fatally shot. So two guys, and I'm sure that I think two guys that weren't even employees got into a fight. They dapped each other up, and then the fight started. Like, man, why you don't call me no more? Nah, man, that bullshit you did, man, I don't fuck with you no more. What, bitch ass nigga? I'll kill you. Niggas really be doing shit like that, man. I ain't even trying to lie, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Street niggas be acting like some hoes, man. A lot of times, man.
A fight breaking out. It's unclear if Cummings was also an employee or a customer who happened to be in the restaurant. Now, according to the report, Jackson tried to break up the fight, and that is when he was fatally shot. We're still trying to confirm also if the fight was between the shooter and Cummings or the shooter and another customer. Again, there's a lot of questions that need answers to this. There's a lot of confusion that needs to be cleared up. Reporting live from the West Side, Eric Avenye, Channel 4, the local station.
Okay, so
police tell us 18-year-old Matthew Jackson was trying to break up a fight before the Saturday shooting. Our Hajaba is joining us now. She spoke with the mother today about all of this. A hard time for her, but she's telling you about her son and the man he was.
Yeah, so Natasha Jackson tells me her son was loving, caring, and full of potential. She adds that Matthew also wanted to serve his country and one day hoping to become a Marine.
My son was on the clock working when he lost his life.
It was Saturday night, November 22nd, at the Burger King on Blanding Boulevard when police say 18-year-old Matthew Jackson was shot and killed after.
Hold on, that's not the same kid, man. That's not the same kid. That's not the same kid. That's a different fucking kid. Am I crazy?
Breaking up a fight.
The only question I have is why did you take my baby away? Why did you take my baby away from me?
JSO arrested 28-year-old Dawad Barrett, charging him with second-degree murder, attempted murder, and armed burglary. Natasha Jackson said her son loved football, loved to cook, and
That's not the same kid they showed us in the other news thing. That's not the same kid they showed us in the other news station.
spending time with his sister, and that he had dreams of joining the Marines. Telling me 3 days before he died, Jackson took his test to enlist. Days before he died, Jackson took his test to enlist.
I've already signed the paperwork. At that time, he was 17. So it was official that he was going into the Marine.
Yeah, this nigga get darker every picture. This nigga get darker every damn picture. This nigga went from light skin to dark skin. Now he fucking, what the fuck?
It was not only a dream of a goal, that was happening.
Jackson says Matthew was the kind of person who brightened up any room he walked into.
He gave God first in everything he did. He prayed before he went to school. He prayed before he went out the door. Anybody that was even in his energy. He uplifted.
Now,
Shut up.
You're taking a live look.
Let me look where. Is that the same kid? Is that the same kid?
Police tell us 18-year-old.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This story is weird as fuck, man. All right, man. Let me. Salute to everybody joining us, man. Y'all can tell I slept with my CPAP last night, man. I know y'all like, damn, he ain't even nodded one time, man. I slept with my CPAP last night, man. I got a good 8 hours with my CPAP last night, man. A good 8 hours. Like a solid, probably 9 with my CPAP last night, man. Woo. You talk about some good sleeping, boy. I ain't slept that good in a long time, man. Patrick Henry mall shooting. What the fuck?
For the record, can you guys say your name and your titles, please?
Phil Jones, current mayor, City of Newport News.
Steve Drew, Chief of Police here at the City of Newport News.
I just want to say thanks everyone for coming out. The first thing I want to say is we're doing this in order to make sure that we have the correct information to the public. First, I want to give a public recognition and thanks to our first responders who were immediately on the scene. Chief Drew is going to talk more about what actually happened. What I'm here to tell everyone is that this is a safe city, a safe place. Today, the mall is going to be closed. However, some of the anchor shops, so your Macy's, your JCPenney's, your Dick's Sporting Goods, on the exterior, they're going to remain open. This is an isolated incident, and Chief will talk more about what happened.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor, for that. So I think the Mayor summed it up. What happened today is at 10:51, there was a call of a shooting inside a store located inside our mall. At 10:52, officers were already on scene. One of the reasons they were here so quick is during the holiday season, with all the shopping areas that we have going on, we have what we call holiday patrols, and 2 officers came to the mall to kind of do a quick check to make sure it was okay before they checked out other locations. So within a minute, we were at the scene. What they found is 2 individuals inside of one of the stores inside the mall. One was transported to an area hospital where, unfortunately, despite life-saving attempts on his life, unfortunately, he succumbed to his injuries about 30 minutes later, about 11:23, 11:30 at an area hospital. So what's occurring right now is we do have 1 individual in custody of person of interest. We are not looking for anyone else. There is evidence being recovered inside the store. 2 firearms have been recovered and some other items for evidence. We're conducting an interview as we speak. These 2 individuals, we're unsure of the relationship. What we know is, or what we believe at this point.
Okay, so only 2 people got shot. Only 2 people got shot. Okay, so only 2 people was involved in the incident. Only two people was involved in the incident. Gotcha. So it's no mass shoot. Just 2 niggas doing what niggas do. Doing what niggas do. Yo, man, what the fuck? Yo, fuck you, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you, nigga. No, fuck you, nigga. Fuck me. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga.
This morning, harrowing new video of the moment a gunman opened fire on National Guard members, just blocks from the White House. The images, taken by a passerby and shared exclusively with the Wall Street Journal, appears to show the suspected shooter holding a revolver and National Guardsmen firing back. 2 Guard members were hit. 24-year-old Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf remains in critical condition. President Trump sharing the news during a Thanksgiving event.
He's in very bad shape. He's fighting for his life, and hopefully we'll get better news with respect to him.
20-year-old Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom died of her injuries. Overnight, law enforcement lining the streets of Washington, D.C. to honor the fallen service member. Her father on Facebook writing, "My baby girl has passed to glory." Now, new details emerging about the alleged shooter, identified as Afghan national Ramanola Lakhanwal.
A lone gunman opened fire without provocation, ambush style, armed with a .357 Smith & Wesson revolver.
Lakhanwal will now be charged with murder in the first degree.
It is an ongoing investigation of terrorism. Make no mistake about it.
The 29-year-old Lakhanwal served in the Afghan army alongside U.S. troops for 10 years, working in a CIA-backed Zero unit. Vetted by the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Defense, the FBI, and the National Counterterrorism Center, Lakhanwal came to the U.S. in 2021 under a Biden-era program. He had not yet been granted lawful permanent residence, but he was granted asylum in April of this year under President.
If this was if it was the other way, they wouldn't have reported it like this. They would have hid it. Look how they tried to get Biden off the hook.
Vetted by the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Defense, the FBI, and the National Counterterrorism Center, Lakhanwal came to the U.S. in 2021 under a Biden-era program. He had not yet been granted lawful permanent residence, but he was granted asylum in April of this year under President Trump. The White House, however, putting responsibility solely on the Biden administration, stating in part Thursday, "This animal would have never been here if not for Joe Biden's dangerous policies." The U.S. Immigration Agency has now launched a re-examination of green card holders from every country of concern. President Trump on Truth Social overnight, vowing to permanently pause migration from all third world countries.
I think that's a great idea. I mean, what do we need people from countries? What do we need people from third world countries here for? Like, what are they going to do? Like, if they had any great ideas, if these people had any great ideas, their country wouldn't be a third world country. I'm going to venture to say, man, these people suck for leaving their third world country and not helping to fix it. These people suck. Why not stay in your country and try to fix it, make it better? Why cut and run and come here? These people are assholes. These people, these refugees, not refugees, but these immigrants are assholes. Stay in your country. Yeah, it took that woman dying, man, for this to happen. But she a service member. Service members give their life, they sacrifice their life all the time.
And the alleged shooter was shot by another National Guardsman during the attack. He remains in the hospital in custody. But questions remain about what happened in the past 4 years that would prompt the suspect to allegedly drive across the country and commit this heinous act. Laura.
So many questions, Melanie. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever.
Well, tonight, Haitians living in the U.S. are worried after the Trump administration decided to end TPS. Many of them live here in South Florida, and in less than 60 days, they could be deported. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor joins us from Doral with reaction.
The Trump administration officials are already urging TPS holders to self-deport if they don't want to be forcibly removed. A Haitian woman who...
Hey, man, we about to deport you, man. You speak English, motherfucker. Knowing all this. Man, speak English like a regular English-speaking person, man. Fuck that. I'm hardcore. I'm like Trump, man. I'm going hard, man. Man, no accents, man. We ain't even going with no accents, man. You better start speaking like American, man. We don't want you to speak English. We want you to speak American. No accents, man. No motherfucking Bomaclad shit. No Quickie Mart shit. None of that shit. You gotta speak motherfucking American. Fuck that. This motherfucker crazy, man.
has lived in South Florida for 2 decades told me the decision is inhumane and she's going to fight.
For me and for many, it's just a death sentence.
Farah Larie is one of...
To send you back to your beloved country is a death sentence? Sending you back to your beloved homeland is a death sentence.
The more than 350,000 Haitians whose temporary protected status will end on February 3rd, 2026.
If an administration said that the condition...
Oh, you got a whole year. You got a year and some change, man. February 2026, you got a year and some change. Oh, no. Next year. Oh, okay. You got a couple months. Damn. You got 3 months. Yeah. 3 months, man. Go back to Haiti and fix Haiti, man. Go back to Haiti and fix Haiti. Fix your little piece of Haiti. You ain't got to fix Haiti. Fix your little piece of Haiti where you going to be at. Go back to Haiti and fix your little piece of Haiti. Fix your little slice of Haiti. You know what I mean?
That the condition in Haiti are stable, that Haitian can come. This is a big lie.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem acknowledged the humanitarian and political problems in Haiti. Yet, the termination notice of TPS for Haitians said, based on the department's review, the secretary has determined that while the current situation in Haiti is concerning, the United States must prioritize its national interest, and permitting Haitian nationals to remain temporarily in the United States is contrary to the U.S. national interest.
By getting this news, it's like a sour pill.
The Trump administration made the announcement on the eve of Thanksgiving.
That's how he take us the day before Thanksgiving, and I think this was very ungrateful.
We have daily situations of rape, of kidnapping, of murder.
Paul Manfi is a Haitian activist in South Florida, appalled about DHS justification in spite of the gang's control of Haiti. The Trump administration officially designated 2 Haitian gangs as foreign terrorist organizations back in May of this year. Is everyone just going to go back, or your organization and any Haitian organizations will take some sort of action? And if so, what?
First of all, this is in court.
Manfi said next week, Haitians will announce their legal actions, but they will also be sending a message to the American public.
We worked very hard here in South Florida and throughout the United States, putting food on the table of Americans through agriculture, building the buildings that you see in construction.
I've been living there.
So now they putting food, now the Haitians put food on our tables and build our buildings. Man, fuck you, nigga. Haitians ain't putting food on our tables and building our buildings. These motherfuckers, this is blasphemous, man. Somebody need to slap that kufi over his head.
hard here in South Florida and throughout the United States, putting food on the table of Americans through agriculture, building the buildings that you see in construction.
I've been living in the United States for 20 years. So I've established myself.
I can see someone saying, well, how come this lady has lived in this country for 20 years and she only has TPS? What do you respond to that?
That's a great question. We didn't choose to be undocumented. Democrat and Republican, they fail us. They fail the system. They never come together to pass the immigration, to pass a reform. And that's why many people got stuck in the middle.
Well, on Monday, members of the Haitian community will hold a news conference to announce their next step to stop the end of TPS for Haiti. We are in Doral. Ivan Taylor, CBS News, Miami.
U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that he will permanently pause migration from all third world countries.
Mr. Trump says he will remove anyone who is not a net asset to the United States or is incapable of loving the USA.
Now, joining us to discuss the situation is Erwin.
Sponsor the program. Sponsor today's show. Take the $5 challenge if you haven't. Today is the day. Take the $5 challenge if you haven't. Sponsor this program. Listen, this is the Jamaican news, straight from Jamaica, man, straight from Yard.
Claire, he's the managing director of the New York-based Caribbean Immigrant Service. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Claire.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
All right, now, Mr. Claire, could you tell me which countries, this latest policy, which countries are expected to be impacted?
Your guess would be good as good as mine. There's a lot of uncertainties around that. As you know, the whole third world usage for countries, poorer countries, one of those geopolitical terms that terminologies that many times it's in the definition that we'd have to wait for on the president's part. The president made this comment right after the event, so I'm not certain sufficient thought was given to his response. So we'll just have to wait to see who are defined as such. You might recall earlier in the year, some 12 to 13 countries faced similar.
Jeez. I can't understand you motherfuckers, man. Let's go ahead. English.
By the side of the road, at the edge of the Everglades, people gather in protest. Another detention center has opened.
Not in our watch, not in our nation.
Nothing but liberal white women. Nothing but liberal white women.
Not to our neighbors.
Space to receive.
Like this brother, he got on the jacket. He was working. He was walking home from work. They was like, "Hey, brother, come on, man. The president racist." He was like, "Oh, racist? Oh shit, I'll fight some racism."
Illegal immigrants that President Trump promised to crack down on. In just months, around 350,000 Haitians who've been living here legally are set to lose their right to stay.
Everyone here has come to protest against the opening of this new controversial detention facility known as Alligator Alcatraz. There are hundreds.
Hold on, let me see your name, baby. Nawal Al-Mag. Yeah, you going too. You gotta go back to the Muslim country, man. Since you got so big of a problem with America, why don't you go back to your Muslim country? See how you like that, ma'am? There should be no way a Muslim woman should ever complain about America. Press 1. No way. They should never even co-sign. She should have said, "Oh, no, I'm not getting on there and talking about this shit. I'm not getting on here showing these people. I'm not even going to give these people no light. Shit, you know what you know what my life was like in my country? You know what life is like for women in my country? She supposed to be like, she supposed to never, ever, she supposed to be a Muslim woman supposed to be the most patriotic woman in America. A Muslim woman supposed to motherfucking like be drinking a fucking Milwaukee best and like have a red pickup truck with a goddamn flag in the back. Every Muslim wants to be riding around with a red pickup truck with a flag in the back. No one's like, fuck America, fuck yeah. America, fuck yeah. Bitch, do you know what your life gonna be like when you go back to your country? This is insane.
Detention facility known as Alligator Alcatraz. There are hundreds of men and women that have been brought here from Latin America, the Caribbean, and even Haiti. Now, we can't know for sure how many are in there right now, but it can house up to 2,000 people. And every day, more and more immigrants are being brought here as they fight their case to stay. It's become a powerful symbol of Trump's tougher stance on immigration. In 2010, Haiti was given temporary protected status by President Obama following the devastating earthquake. The idea of it is simple: to offer refuge to people from countries struck by disaster or violence. You know, there are so many people out there that say President Trump was democratically elected. You know, he was quite clear about his immigration policies before he took office, that it was an America First policy, that he was going to be tougher on immigration. What would you say to that?
I'd say so many people who voted for President Trump thought he was going to go after violent gang members, because that's what he said he was going to do.
Yeah. And yeah, definitely that's the media. We got to get these violent gang members and these pedophiles out of here. First, we're going after them. But as we're going after them, oh yeah, you illegal too. All right, you come on too. You illegal too. Come on too.
After violent gang members, because that's what.
Repeal the 19th. Facts. Repeal the 19th. Repeal the 19th.
He said he was going to do.
From Little Haiti in Miami to neighborhoods across the state, Florida's Haitian community has shaped the culture and economy here. Even though their status is temporary by name, it allows people to establish lawful lives in the US, joining the workforce, paying taxes, and supporting their communities instead of remaining undocumented.
You're not learning Spanish.
I'm in Spanish.
Okay.
For families like Marvin's, this not only meant safety, but the chance to be together. He was adopted by an American family at the age of 3. His biological mother, Gerline, gave him up in Haiti, hoping he'd have a better life.
It must have been so hard as a mom to decide to take your son to the orphanage and to give him up for adoption because of the way life was at the time.
It scarred me. When you've given birth to a child and then you have that baby taken away, I wanted a better life for him. That's why I gave him up for adoption.
Years later, she and his sister Rochelle were able to reunite with him as conditions in Haiti worsened.
What I was most afraid of is, I would say, getting kidnapped, because I've seen, like, I was at school and I've seen young girl like me get kidnapped, and then even they asked a ransom for them and then they didn't get them back, or it's either they raped them and they killed them. So I was most scared of that.
What do you dream of?
I always want to be a...
Wow. Don't let this go over your head. Don't let this go over your head. Don't let this go over your head what this girl's saying, man. Listen to what she's saying, man. Listen to what she's saying. This woman should be most patriotic. She should be so patriotic. She should be MAGA. Listen to the life over there in an all-black country. Because remember, Haiti's an all-black country. Haiti is like the only white people over there is like missionaries and shit, right?
Not only meant safety, but the chance to be together. He was adopted by an American family at the age of 3. His biological mother, Gerline, gave him up in Haiti, hoping he'd have a better life.
It must have been so hard as a mom to decide to take your son to the orphanage and to give him up for adoption because of the way life was at the time.
It scarred me. When you've given birth to a child and then you have that baby taken away, I wanted a better life for him. That's why I gave him up for adoption.
Years later, she and his sister Rochelle were able to reunite with him as conditions in Haiti worsened.
What I was most afraid of is, I would say, getting kidnapped, because I've seen, like, I was at school and I've seen young girl like me get kidnapped, and then even they asked a ransom for them and then they didn't get them back, or it's either they raped them and they killed them. So I was most scared of that.
What do you dream of?
I always want to be a nurse, but I don't get to go to school yet because with everything that's happening. So right now I just like working thing and will help some of my family back in Haiti because they cannot work.
Stacy, Marvin's adoptive mother, is doing all she can to keep the family together, but it's out of her hands. His sister Rochelle is now too old for Stacy to adopt, and so these two siblings could have very different futures.
I dreamt of a world where he would be loved and able to have an education. And to be honest, I dreamt of a world where he could eventually go back and find a way to serve his home country again if he so chose.
Can I ask?
Well, now he's being listen, what have you been doing all these? He's 20, what is he, 18, 19? He's had a U.S. education, and listen, man, he's ready to go back. Most people over there can't even fucking read. He's had 12 years of a U.S. education. He's ready to go back. He should go over there and join like with some other, because all of y'all are going back. So think about it. They got 340,000 people that's going back, right? Y'all go back and get together. Y'all start your own village. Why don't they just go back and do like the white people did in the Ozarks? Go back and like get some land and start your own village. And make it nice and clean like America. Make it plumbing, and I know you got some plumbers and some Haitian plumbers and some Haitian carpenters and some Haitian builders and some Haitian. He said he don't speak French. Even better. He's an American. You speak American, motherfucker. You're special. You can be y'all go back to Haiti and build your own store, buy some land or take some land or gentrify an area and make it nice like America.
To be honest, I dreamt of a world where he could eventually go back and find a way to serve his home country again if he so chose.
Said they scared of them thugs. Hell yeah, they scared to death of them thugs. Barbecue ain't playing. Yeah, them thugs, them Haitian thugs different than American thugs.
Can I ask you who you voted for?
I did vote all three terms for President Trump. I'm a conservative voter.
Yeah, she voted for Trump.
Historically, I feel that the Republican Party in the United States is completely out of touch with their voting base and how we feel about this immigration issue. Do we want open borders? Absolutely not. Do we want criminals
Absolutely not.
deported? Absolutely. But to rip families apart like ours and deport deport people to countries where it's absolutely unsafe and they're facing uncertain death on day one of arriving back in their home country is unthinkable.
And that's why we shouldn't be taking people. You should never take people from a country where they're facing death the second they go back. Like, that's a shithole.
And unconscionable.
Trump is delivering on his immigration promises that millions of Americans voted for. Now Stacey wonders if her vote helped create what her son fears most.
How do you feel about the prospect that they might be sent back to Haiti?
I think I need a minute real quick. I'm not sure. I don't really know how to put it in words. I definitely think it is going to be very hard. I don't want to have to imagine having to watch them have to go back on a plane, me not knowing if I can talk to them or what's going to happen to them if they have to go back.
What is it that worries you? If they get sent back, what is it that scares you?
That they have to interact with Haitians. Press 1. What worries me, bitch? What worries me is that they're going to interact with Haitians. They're going to be around Haitians. That's what worries me. They're going to be around Haitians. What worries you about you going back to Haiti? Being around Haitians.
What is it that worries you? If they get sent back, what is it that scares you?
I'm just scared that I'll lose contact with them again, and I might never see them again after I've built all of these great memories and things already with them. I love my sister very much, and I don't know what I'd do if anything happened to her.
And this is where they're at risk of being sent back.
This just the regular day. In America, maybe if a fucking truck tipped over or something, it was an accident. This is their regular day. There was no accident on the road. This just how it looks. If like a Amazon or a fucking goddamn Target truck tipped over and all the products fell on the ground, that's, you know, and even in America, it would be cleaned up within hours. Press 1. This is just a regular day in Haiti. Nothing happened. The sun came up, and this is what it looks like.
To Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
This is not Gaza. I want you to think. This is not Gaza. Because I mean, some people just tuning in may think that we're showing the pictures of Gaza. No, this is not Gaza. Take the $5 challenge, support the channel and the great work we're doing here. If you're being entertained, man, support the channel. We in the 4th hour. We in the 4th hour. I know we can get some people to support the channel in the 4th hour. 4th hour going strong. This is not Gaza. Uh-oh.
We were there just 5 months ago and found a city in ruins, where gangs now control 90% of the capital. Sexual violence is rampant. 1.4 million people displaced nationwide, living in camps ravaged by disease and malnutrition. For now, Marvin's family are living in limbo. But local Republican chair Sam Romaine says their status in America was always temporary.
If you built your life for 20 years on a temporary status, I have a really hard time feeling bad for that when all of a sudden the temporary status suddenly expires. You knew that it was temporary. You built your life on a temporary status, and now that you're upset it's expiring, we knew what the rules were. And so this is where immigration law becomes challenging, is that I do think immigration policy reform does need to happen.
But I don't think that's the case. I think temporary protected status is based on two things: your country having gone through a natural disaster, or your country being unsafe to go back to. And it's temporary until those things are resolved, until your country is safe enough to go back to.
Who is the arbiter of when this country is safe or not safe? I am not qualified to make that decision. I believe that
the United States has put out a travel advisory saying American citizens can't go back to Haiti because it's unsafe.
Well, we're not
So I
citizens
would
of
say,
Haiti, though.
but that's the whole point, isn't
Right,
it?
but they are
You're
citizens
saying
of
you'll
Haiti.
keep them here temporarily until their country is safe enough to go back to. But their country
This
isn't.
goes back to what I said earlier too, right? That I do believe that our government has the best interest of quite honestly, the world in mind in most scenarios. So do I believe there would be a rug pull? Not necessarily. But if the country is deemed to go back, safe to go back to, then that was the understanding, like you also said, that they were here on the understanding that they would be here until the country is safe. Well, who makes that determination? I'm not qualified. You're not qualified. Someone who's qualified will make that determination. And that's when those temporary licenses or statuses will be revoked.
But
And that
in
is the
your
law.
opinion, if their country is unsafe to go back to, do you think the United States should send them back there?
If a country is deemed unsafe by the person who's allowed to make that determination, if that person says it's not safe, then no, the TPS would still exist.
For many Haitians here, faith and prayer feel like the only power left to change their uncertain future. Few understand the full impact of Trump's policies better than Franley, a Haitian-American immigration lawyer. He's become a key figure in the Haitian community here, providing legal advice for those at risk of removal.
Preachers are telling me that few and few people are going to church because they're afraid of being picked up. I receive daily calls about people who are asking me whether it's safe for their kids to go to school because they don't want them to be picked up. All we're asking them is to be fair. When you have someone who's been in the United States since 2010 on TPS, who has contributed their best years to America's economy, you cannot just send them back. It's not fair. This is not what America stands for. So you can have an America First agenda while being fair and humane. Now we're heading to see a client. This is one of the sad cases, and God knows how many of those we have.
Monique has built her life here. She's learned English, raised her
I was listening while I had to do something. I was listening though. I resent several things I resent. That you just being alive and going to work. You being alive and going to work is contributing to the United States economy. Press one. I resent that. We've contributed so much. What? By being a cashier at Kroger's or being a flagger on a construction site? These motherfuckers, we contribute so much. What? And then the implication of calling it inhumane, right? They keep throwing that word inhumane around, right? So the implication is that we're not humane. Well, then, if we're not humane, go back to your country. They're not calling the Haitians inhumane. When they say, why don't you want to go back to your country? It's because I fear that I won't be able to speak to my family. They very vague when they talk about why they don't want to go back home. They're very vague. They speak in platitudes. But when they speak about us, it's we're inhumane. Well, if we're inhumane, then okay, then get the fuck out. Fuck off.
To home and paid her taxes. She's the only member of her family at risk of
They
deportation.
say she paid her taxes. Listen, they take the taxes out your fucking check. Press 1. They take the taxes out your check. They acting like she a millionaire or something. She getting credit for paying her taxes. Listen, you take the taxes out of your check, and you should. How you? That's like you take somebody in off the street, and they be like, "Well, I flushed the toilet." You take somebody in off the street, you like, "Hey, man, it's time for you to get up out of here, man." You know what I'm saying? I gotta let you stay up in my house for a while. I make my bed every morning. I put my dishes in the sink after I'm done with them. Like, well, nigga, I mean, great. But it's time for you to go, man. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is madness.
You've been in the United States for 16 years, and to be at risk of being deported, how does it make you feel?
I feel like I'm dying because 16 years out.
Look how full her hands are. You could tell she's overweight. You could tell she's overweight. We ain't seen a skinny Haitian yet, have we? We ain't seen a skinny Haitian yet. They all over here eating good and living good. So yeah, cut the inhumane shit. Because it's disrespectful. Cut the inhumane talk about how inhumane we are. It's very disrespectful.
Of my country, and now my country no good at all. Gang everywhere, earthquake, you lose everything already. We don't have nowhere to go.
What would be your message to those people who have decided this?
We don't have no country. We don't have no country. There's no Haiti. Only the message I can tell them: don't send them to Haiti. Kill us. Kill us, and that's it.
He said, kill. She said, kill us. Don't send them back to Haiti. Kill us. Wow. That's crazy. She said, kill us. Wow. I don't want to see no more Haitian flags in people's windows. I don't want to see no more Haitian flags. When some nigga score a touchdown, breaking out the Haitian bandana, I don't want none of that shit. Listen. If your name is Pierre, I want you to change it to Peter. You niggas, you motherfuckers need to be patriots. You motherfuckers need to be able to recite the fucking Bill of Rights and shit. Y'all need to be able to recite the Gettysburg Address, man. You should be able to go up to any Haitian and be like, quick, recite the Gettysburg Address, or be able to fucking deport their ass on the spot if they get one word wrong. 20 years ago. You gotta be able to 7 years ago. All right, see, it was 7 years. You gotta get the fuck out of here, man. You gotta get the fuck out of here, man. You said 20 years. You get the fuck out of here. Seriously, man. She talking about kill them rather than send them back. Okay.
No country. We don't have no country. There's no Haiti. Only the message I can tell them, don't send them to Haiti. Kill us. Kill us, and that's it. Kill us. Bring every immigrant have TPS, bring them somewhere else and put them and kill us. That's it.
Happy birthday, dear Marvin.
At Marvin's sweet 16 birthday, his entire family celebrates another milestone, aware this could be the last they have together. Immigration has shaped America's past, and what happens next looks to define its future.
Yeah, man. It's scary. It's you said legal him? Listen, man. Poor kid, man. I'm not happy getting sent back, but hey, man. These bees the laws, man.
People. Lagoon, you said black people are violent. This country and the South where I'm at was built off a bunch of racism and slavery. Y'all hung my people, whipped my fucking people, and did all that fucked up evil shit. So white people are the most evil people on this fucking planet, in this fucking country. Shut the fuck up with that racist shit. Lagoon, you said black people are violent.
So somebody asked him why black people. Somebody said Rampage Jackson snaps back at a viewer. Okay, he's on his chat live stream that claimed black people are violent. Okay, so he's talking to somebody on his live stream.
Lagoon, you said black people are violent. This country and the South where I'm at was built off a bunch of racism and slavery. Y'all hung my people, whipped my fucking people, and did all that fucked up evil shit. So white people are the most evil people on this fucking planet, in this fucking country. Shut the fuck up with that racist shit. Lagoon.
Can you imagine a white UFC fighter saying black people are the most? Listen, one thing about slavery that I was so shocked to find out how many female and black slave owners there were. The picture of slavery that we have is nothing like it really was, man. Yes, there were a lot of white men that owned slaves, but there was only 5% of whites owned slaves. And there was a lot of fucking Indian slave owners. I'm talking about Prairie Patels, not Patels, but Prairie Patels. There was a lot of them that owned slaves. A lot of fucking Jews that owned slaves. A lot of fucking women that owned slaves. Some of the worst slave owners were women, and a lot of fucking free blacks that owned slaves. It was almost like if a black person became free and they owned some land, they had some slaves. They didn't see the blacks who were slaves that got free had no problem becoming slave owners. They had no problem. And then you had the mulatto class, which is they just black now. Now mulattoes are just considered blacks. But back then, in places like New Orleans, mulattoes were considered their own little thing. Press one. Mulattoes were considered their own their own race in different regions. Mulattoes weren't considered just black like now. They were considered their own race. And they were notorious slavers. Okay? Notorious. Because they didn't consider themselves, they just consider they didn't, it wasn't even because they didn't consider themselves black. Because blacks own slaves, free blacks own slaves, but they just were slaves. That just was their industry. They were brutal too. Oh, you beat LSU. LSU's down this year. This is a down year for LSU. Salute to Louis Barrow, man. Louis Barrow says, "I would have, yeah, hell yeah, I would have owned slaves. I wouldn't have seen nothing wrong in it." And shout out to Yaok. Salute to you, bro. I didn't get a chance to tell you. Salute to Yaok. That sounds like an African name. He would have owned slaves too, man. Listen, man, I would have owned slaves, man. Yeah. One day in the future, they're gonna say like something we doing now is wrong, and we would be like they could say like, I don't know. Like, say they get real woke in the future and they say eating animals is wrong. We look how many animals I eat. Or picking up day laborers at Home Depot is wrong. Or some shit like that. Who knows, man, what the fuck they're gonna say in the future? Because history, people in the future, they're gonna be going by their sensibilities. They're not gonna be going by the people's sensibilities at the time. If I was in the 1800s, if I was in Nigeria, I'd have sold slaves. If I was in America, I would have owned slaves. That was the business. I wouldn't have seen nothing wrong with it like people nowadays do. I wouldn't have seen it as this big, like, terrible thing. I'd have seen it as, it's how things are done. Is it all trying to make us eat bugs like animals? Yeah, man. Who knows what they're gonna say in the future? That what we did was inhumane or wrong and shit. But they fried him in the comment section. Of course, they're giving him this. Of course, they're giving him this. This one right here is undefeated. Jesus.
3 killings this afternoon. Looking at the news like damn, I was.
This is undefeated. This is undefeated right here. This is undefeated, Jack. They gotta zoom out. They gotta zoom out. Jesus Christ. That's undefeated. And listen, this is a good clapback. Blacks, I like this, blacks. This is a good clapback. This is a good clapback. You can sponsor today's programming via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. I will come back tonight, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Even though we didn't get to our goal, man, we gave it a good college try, man. I'll come back tonight, man. I'll do a show tonight. I'm gonna eat some turkey though, but I'm gonna eat some turkey for dinner, but I slept with my CPAP good last night, man, so I should be fine. The most genocidal empires in history. But you know the problem with this list? Who knows the problem with this list? Who knows the problem with this list? Who knows the problem with this list? There you go. There you go. He said there's no data in Africa because they couldn't figure out how to leave the continent and they didn't record what they were doing for thousands of years. Yeah. So they had something called the Bantu genocide, right? Where my people, the Bantu people, the Bantu tribes, they killed everything all up and down West Africa, right? They left their little area and killed everything, right? Killed everybody and made them and took over their lands. There's been no they didn't record that. They didn't record that. They didn't tell you how many people they killed. White people are the dumb ones well, not the dumb ones. They're the smart ones that actually know how to have written language. But then they dumb because they're going to tell you how many people they killed so that other people can hold it against them. And a lot of this stuff is bullshit because the reason there's so many Africans, the reason there's fucking 150 million people in Nigeria today is because of the British Empire. There wouldn't be 150 million Nigerians if it wasn't for the British Empire. It'd probably be like a million, a good million Nigerians, or maybe 2 or 3 million Nigerians. But because of the British Empire, the food, to be able to feed themselves, Africans they had trouble feeding themselves when it was thousands in these areas. When it was 100,000 people in these areas, they had trouble feeding themselves. Tribes had trouble feeding themselves when there was a tribe of 5,000. They had trouble feeding themselves. They couldn't set a broken bone. Do you know that Africans didn't know how to set a broken bone? Like a bone breaks, they didn't know to set it and then put a cast on it. They didn't know how to do that. They had no medicine for malaria. They didn't even know that puddles, they didn't even know to put dirt in the puddles so that the mosquitoes couldn't grow. They didn't know basic things. Hell, most places, they just got clean water thanks to Mr. Beast. Press 1. In a lot of places in Africa, those people did not taste a glass of clean water until Mr. Beast showed up. A YouTuber, a fucking YouTuber, is now actively, salute to Aster J, man. My man, Aster J, man. Listen, a YouTuber A guy like me is going around Africa right now, not 400 years ago, not 300 years ago, not 200 years ago, not 100 years ago, not 50 years ago. A guy like me is going around Africa right now. Okay? Giving tribes their first glass of clean water. And where's he getting the water from? You ask. Where's he getting the water from, you ask? From right under their fucking feet. Press 1. Salute to Astor J. Said, facts. 100 years from now, owning pets can be considered a slavery, and all the cities that have zoos will be called plantations. So fucking easy to judge the past from today. Shout out to you, man. Salute to you, bro. Salute to Astor J. That's a great point, man. Zoos are going to be looked at crazy when, you know what I'm saying, in the future. Facts. Listen, Mr. Beast has given thousands, and we have the footage, thousands upon thousands. And he's not the only one, because you got other groups that do that shit, right? But Mr. Beast, the YouTuber, has given thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Africans their first ever glass of clean water. And he got it from right underneath their feet. It was underneath their feet the whole time. And they did not. So let's cut the crap about genocide, man. Let's cool it with the genocide talk, man. And we won't come back tonight, man. Shout out to my man Curtis. He said, can't record when you can't perceive time. Exactly. Africans see time backwards. They actually saw time backwards. I seen some lady talking about how Africans perceive time, and I couldn't even understand it. I couldn't even figure it out. I'm going to show you that tonight, man. Let me show y'all that tonight. Some African lady was talking about Africans see time in reverse or some shit. But anyway, whatever it is, yeah, Africans can't perceive, like Africans don't have what it takes to create a written language. Okay? They just don't have what it takes. All right? And you can't record nothing without a written language. And all these people that got killed, all these empires that killed all these people, they're also adding starvation, they're adding disease, they're adding everybody who died at that time. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they didn't talk about China, they didn't talk about Russia, they didn't talk about India, the Hindus and the Muslims. None of this talks about any of the Muslims. It ain't no Muslims on here. And we know Muslims love killing people. No Muslims, no Russians, no Chinese, just Europeans. And Japan down here at the bottom at 9, Japan. Because they're basically like a European country. They actually like a first world country. They got United States bases over there and shit. And they got fucking, you know, they basically like a first world country. So it's nothing but first world countries here. Yeah, man. Bullshit. Propaganda. Yeah. The Mongols, the Huns, the Ottomans. None of that shit is here. Only Europeans. Because they was the only ones that could write shit down. And they only ones that cared. Like none of them other people cared. They're like, fuck it. We just kill these motherfuckers. Fuck it. We don't even fuck. We ain't gonna bury these motherfuckers. We just gonna leave them there. Like the Europeans kill you and they record your death, which is fucked up, still fucked up, but at least they recorded your death. And your country was better for it. Like literally. Your ancestors was better for being conquered by Europeans. Your ancestors were better off for being conquered by Europeans. When the Europeans showed up to conquer you, that was the greatest day in your country's history. Press 1. That was the greatest day in your country's history. Looking back on it. It may not have been that day. Looking back on it, the day the Europeans came to your country, it was the greatest day because the chief had to stop killing people to send messages to people in the afterlife. The chief had to stop slaughtering 3,000 people on his birthday and number 3,000 when when the moon, there's only a half moon tonight. Chief, there's only a half moon today. Half of the moon is missing. And the chief be like, all right, we'll kill 80 people to appease the moon god. All that shit stopped when the white man came around. Press 1. Negroes from Negro land. The only reason we got that book to see what you niggas was doing is because of the white man. If it wasn't for the white man, we wouldn't have a clue what you niggas was doing back then. Press 1. If it wasn't for the white man, we wouldn't have a clue what you niggas was doing back then. Not a fucking clue. I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'll be back tonight, man. A few hours, man. It is 7. Damn, it's 7 o'clock. I'll be back in a few hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here.